if any of you sons of bitches got anything else to say, now's the fucking time!
Hey, everybody, Jim and Sam are here. It's time to celebrate the moment. I feel it in my soul. It's written in my bones so deeply. I wanna lose control. So turn it up a little more and laugh along with me. The show is about to begin. Series 103. Yeah, so get ready. Yeah, I'm so ready. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, everybody, Jim and Sam are here. Sing it like, hey, are you ready? Jim and Sam are here. Feel it like, hey, everybody, Jim and Sam are here. So if you feel it like I do, you gotta sing it with me too. Like, hey, everybody, Jim and Sam are here. Yuck.
I'm a little tuckered out.
No, why?
I took a melatonin last night, and whenever I take a melatonin, the next day it takes me a little while to recover.
No.
I wanted to sleep.
Did you sleep though?
Yeah, I did,
Okay.
but it's like then you get a little groggy.
Yeah, you're just a little groggy.
A little bit, yeah.
That's okay. You'll come out of the fog as the show rolls on this morning.
I hope so.
I think so.
Because I feel like a little lightheaded. A little bit, yeah.
That's okay. You'll come out of the fog as the show rolls on this morning.
I hope so.
I think so.
Because I feel like a little lightheaded.
Do you feel like HE double hockey sticks?
No, not
Oh,
that
okay.
bad.
Okay,
No,
thank goodness.
no, thank God.
We don't need to, start using profanity around here.
Do you mean even though with a map, the Uber driver still made another mistake today?
And he used the right map?
There's a little tunnel that goes under, like, say 5 different. It goes like 10 blocks or 8 blocks. So you got to stay to the left of it and go up and make a left.
Sure.
If you take the tunnel, you missed. So he goes in the tunnel. I'm like, you went the wrong way. Not a word. Goes 4 blocks out of the way. Like not even. Oh, hey, sorry about that.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't. I mean, it's just shitty.
Like, what is it with this shit personality on these drivers? Like, I'm not asking. I didn't yell at the guy. I just told him he went the wrong way. And instead of going, oh, sorry about that, like anybody else would do.
I probably wouldn't apologize either. I don't apologize that much, though. Like, when we were driving to Canada and I forgot my passport, I think the guys were like, Hot Dog and Troy were waiting for an apology, and it never came. They were like, you forgot your passport? I was like, yeah, we're turning around. They're like, I was like, yeah, that's what's happening right
That's
now.
autism.
Well, that's your
autism.
thing.
It's autism.
You don't ever apologize.
Well, if it really need be.
I've never, in 10 years of knowing you, have never heard you apologize.
I've never done anything that needed an apology. Lucky me, huh?
Yeah, but none of these guys do. Like when they make it, and again, I'm not saying throw yourself on a sword, but they could just go, hey, like a little. It's like when someone cuts you off in traffic and then they wave sorry. It takes away your anger about it. It's a weird acknowledgement, like,
Yeah.
all right, little mistake, sorry, and that's the end of it. It's not. You don't have to pull over and apologize.
You ever do that? You ever like get your glare ready to stare somebody down and then they wave sorry and you're just like, yeah, no problem.
I've told this before. The first time I noticed it, I was in the Pennsylvania Turnpike going to do a gig many, many years ago. And I was in the left lane. It was raining. I had like a Mustang back then, which was not good to rain.
Nice. Mustang Sally.
Yeah, I called it the Stang. And the guy is with a camper attached to his fucking. It was either that or he had like one of those Winnebagos, but it was a big thing. Goes to merge in the left lane. And as he's coming into my lane, I'm like, I'm going to have an accident. So, well, your mind in a second flashes. So I'm like, just veer towards the divider and hit that. Because I was doing about 65.
Yeah.
Like, I knew it was going to be a crash. So I slammed on the horn and he pulled out. He probably missed me by 3 inches, 2 inches. And I was fucking in a rage. And I pull up and he does like the sorry wave. And I was like, oh, all right, no problem. And I just kept going. All the anger gone.
Yeah, because you realize, like, are you going to say that you're never going to make a mistake like that on the road?
It's a weird thing. There's something about it. There's a difference in your walking. If somebody bumps into you or steps on your foot and you're sorry about that, and then or doesn't acknowledge it. The guy who doesn't acknowledge it is a cunt.
Yeah.
And you hate him. And the guy who does acknowledge it, you're like, all right, yeah, it's no problem. I've done it too.
Yeah.
So anyway, when this guy didn't do that, I was just really annoyed. Like, you fucked up, dude.
Yeah, I mean, look, if I was an Uber driver and I went the wrong way and somebody was like, you went the wrong way, I'd probably go, oh, sorry about that.
Dave Portnoy complained about that, I think, on Twitter. But for him, it was like a long wait. Like the guy, there was like a wrong turn made or something, and there was like a lot of time added to his trip. Not a word.
Nothing.
No, they're really weird. It's like Starbucks employees when you tip and they don't say thank you. There's like this shitty, rude, it's an entitlement thing where people feel like, again, we're all just actors in their play. So any mistake or inconvenience caused by them or anything given to them doesn't deserve an acknowledgement.
And you sit there and you go, okay, I could become emotionally invested and be a member of the human race and apologize here. Or since I'll never interact with this person again, I'll just wait until the car ride is over and pretend nothing ever happened.
Yeah. So now as a result, I won't rate him and I won't tip him.
You're not going to, so you don't do the low rating, you just no rating.
I debate a low rating. They have to really fuck up or be dicks for me to give a low rating.
Yeah.
I don't like to do that.
But sometimes you got to wield that power.
Yeah.
You know? Sometimes. But maybe this wasn't one of those times.
Yeah, I don't necessarily like to give a low rating.
Right. Well, you don't abuse your power, and that's a good thing.
No, I mean, I don't know what affect the guy's job. He's just a fucking, just another one who doesn't have any personality at all. They just sit there, map. And half the times they don't do what the map says.
You know, can't you do on one of the apps, it might be Uber, you can pick like the conversationalist, like the conversation level.
That's when
that
you go
want.
black. Yeah, when you drive when you go Uber black, the temperature, you can pick a quiet conversation. You bet I take quiet.
You do quiet.
But I do regular Uber. I do Uber X.
Right.
Uber. Why is Uber Black the only one that does that? Like,
I think Uber Comfort might too.
You can't just tell people just can't shut up if they're fucking. You got to pay extra for a guy to shut up or not play the radio.
Well, look, they need what kind of premium editions can they put on Uber X? Right. They need to be like, look, not only will the car be nicer, but the guy will shut the fuck up.
And it'll be nice. Your temperature control is yours.
Right.
But I like.
But the good Ubers you get in anyway, even the cheap Ubers. If the driver's good, he'll be like, oh, you want me to turn on the AC? Oh, should I turn on, change the radio station?
Half the times they're listening to morning radio, so they just giving you a ride in their car, which I guess is what it is.
That's what it is. I never ask him to change the radio. I don't care.
No, I don't give a fuck. Sean in Boston.
What's going on? Sean.
Hello.
Hey, bud.
Good morning.
Hey, bud.
Morning.
So I'm an Uber driver over in Boston, and I have similar problems when I take Ubers as Jim. I get unreasonably furious when people use the Uber maps, when they have the music too loud, or when their car sucks. Mm-hmm. But one of my tricks is I go out for an Uber about 5 minutes earlier than I need to, and I just cancel any driver immediately that hasn't been doing it for more than 2 years and doesn't have decent ratings.
How can you tell? I guess you can tell on the app how long they've been doing it.
Yes, you have to just click on their little icon. It has little dumb information about them that I usually don't care about, unless they're good, and then I'll use it to chat them up and usually give them a few tips like, yo, dude, do this, don't do this. Why are you having waters? Why are you playing music this loud?
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, I always ask them, do you have Waze or Google Maps?
You do?
Yeah, because the way the Uber thing doesn't account for traffic.
Yes.
It doesn't give a fuck about traffic.
Right.
It's crazy. It just gets you, go! Straight line, it's the worst app. It's a genius app, but it's the maps traffic-wise are the worst.
It is funny that they come up with these genius apps, and then there's always those little things that drive you crazy.
But in the city, it's a big one, and it
of
could,
course.
and especially with Waze, where they'll at least get you around. Look, you can't always avoid it, but Waze will stop any major fuck-ups. They tend, or Google Maps.
Waze has saved me
lots of times. So I always ask them if they have that, and they normally have it.
I thought you were going to tell me you jumped in an Uber this morning and Leif Garrett was your driver.
Well, he couldn't have been. The guy talked about as much as Leif Garrett, which was great, and did the same if driving was a book interview.
Yeah.
He did the same thing. He barreled straight ahead in a tunnel, missed the turn.
Sure.
Didn't apologize for his poor performance.
Yeah, and kind of blamed you a little bit.
Yeah, read the book.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Based on this interview, I don't think anybody is.
I would love to tell every fucking celebrity that comes in here, when they say, read the book or gotta watch the show, in my mind, I go, fuck you. No.
Yeah.
Every one of them, and a lot of them have done it.
Here's what gets people to read books. When somebody comes in here and they tell interesting stories.
Yep.
And then a person hears the interesting stories and they go, oh, those stories were so interesting on the radio. I'll bet there's more in the book. You could tell every story in your book in an interview. People will still buy the book, assuming that there's more stories.
100%. And anyone who says, and this is not just him, I've had other actors do it too with movies.
Yes.
We're not asking you to give away the ending of a film. But when it comes to giving out a little bit of information, it's just the laziness of the person being interviewed mentally who doesn't want to give out the information.
No, they're just trying to watch the clock tick. And I'm like, look, we got to do a job too.
Yeah, what do you think? Just your presence is do you know how many people are selling books?
Right.
Competing with a lot of people, especially early November. That's a very, very tough time. November, the beginning of November is a big time for books.
Because that's holidays, right?
Holidays. And my second one came out November 8th, I think, of 2008, it might have been. And there was real competition. It was like one of Obama books because he had just, I think, won the election. There was a lot of biographies, and The Secret was out. There was a whole shitload of books.
Oh, yeah, and The Secret was just dominating.
Oh, dude, murdered everyone.
Dominated for
a year.
Yeah. Yeah, and then people kind of slowly started to realize, like, oh, this is nonsense.
I want to do another book badly. I've just been so lazy with writing. Do you ever want to write a book?
Yeah, very much. I think about it a lot, but like, you think about, oh, I got this idea or this premise, and you start to kind of write, and you go, I don't know if this is a whole book. I
know. I was in a pattern too, and I just should have kept going.
Do you want to talk about what the idea was that you were working on?
No, what I was working on was a relationship book, and this is probably around 10 years ago.
I love that idea.
And I just didn't. I don't remember why I stopped doing it.
Relationship advice from Jim Norton.
Yeah,
where you just talk about everything you've ever done wrong.
Yeah, I remember.
And continue to do wrong.
A girl I was seeing at the time was berating me. She was on the toilet shitting, and she was reading me the riot act. I was in the next room. I couldn't see her, but I could hear everything she was saying, and she was fucking giving me a beating verbally while she shat. And I was transcribing everything she said because it was so fucking the dead on and on point. And
see, that's why you are who you are, because even in that moment you realize, like, oh, this is good for business.
This is great.
Like all the stuff that's being shouted at you, instead of getting emotionally carried away by that, the business side of you kicks in where you're like, oh no, this is valuable stuff. This is good content. You're not going like, oh, she's really tearing me a new asshole. You're going, this is good content.
Yeah,
I think the same way. Like, yeah.
My book agent told me at the time someone else was doing a relationship book.
Fuck them.
And I stopped. I'm really mad that I listened to that. I really wish I never heard that, because I was like, fuck it, they're doing one. They're gonna, I don't remember why. I'm just pissed off that I stopped it.
You can pick it up again. Do you still have all the notes?
Yeah, but it's 10. And now I feel like it's 10 years. Nobody cares. 10 years later, who cares?
People are still in relationships, though.
No, I guess you're right, but
people still like you.
Yeah.
All your stories are still goddamn hilarious, and you've got even more now.
I do. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
But you keep saying, I'm going to do, and we don't do it. Like, that's how it is.
Yeah.
I'm annoyed.
Yeah. It's one of those things where you have to think of something that you're like, is this going to compel people?
Sure. And do you want to write about it? Will you get bored of it after a certain amount of time?
And then once it's done, can I go on and do a whole bunch of interviews with people convincing everyone that this is a good idea and not feel like a fucking asshole?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's part of it, right?
Yeah.
Because neither one of us are that good at talking about ourselves. And
yeah, I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it.
I mean, based on some of our interactions, I might be a little better than you.
Maybe, yeah, you're better. You're better liar.
Yeah, 100%. That's what I mean. Yeah. I'm okay lying.
Yeah, I probably should have. Don't tell us. Good one, Jim.
It's okay.
It just didn't taste fresh. Very accurate.
And that's the point. Accuracy is key.
Sure is.
I was up last night. I turned on. I didn't even know this was a thing. I swear to you, until I turned it on. I got a text from Travis, who's like, "Hey, you guys watching the live Little Mermaid special?"
That is absolutely not what I said.
All right, let me read it.
What'd you say?
Because that's the voice I heard.
Oh, I know what you said. Hey, look at this stuff in my beard. It's tadpoles.
Let's see. Okay, I'm going through the Shaggy memes. Okay. Okay, this is what you wrote. I'm watching this live Little Mermaid thing on ABC,
I
and
think that's the inflection.
and Shaggy is playing Sebastian.
Is
That's
how
all
I-
you wrote.
That's how I sound.
I'm watching the
in your
live
mind?
Little Mermaid special on ABC, and Shaggy is playing Sebastian. And I went, oh, nerd alert on the group text.
What?
But I did turn it on. I was like, I
Of
want to
course
see,
you did.
I want to see Shaggy. So what they did on ABC last night, you know how like the networks now, because they're, everybody's trying to get live content on so they can get people to watch television again. So it's like, oh, you can't DVR it because you never know what's going to happen. It's live.
Right.
So this live thing they did was Little Mermaid. They've done, all these plays.
Yeah.
But it was, the execution was odd because it was the magical world of Disney presents The Little Mermaid live. And they sat there for 2 hours and they played the cartoon, like from 1992. And then just the songs. They had celebrities come in to play the roles in the cartoons for the musical numbers. And then they would go back to the cartoon for the talking part. And then they would go back to the celebrities for the next singing part.
Yeah, it's called being lazy and not wanting to write and have people act on a new script. It's easier to get someone just to sing, and they probably lip syncing.
Yeah,
of
I'm
course.
sure they were lip syncing. I mean, yeah.
Why
They were all good, so I'm sure they were lip syncing.
Did you like it, Travis?
It was fine. I just wanted to point out that Shaggy was playing Sebastian.
Were you watching it for work or for pleasure?
That was for pleasure.
Why didn't he have the claws?
Were you watching with your daughter?
No, she was in her own room doing stuff. Yeah.
Because she's like, who would watch that? Okay, boomer. Little Mermaid's on, huh? Yeah, I mean, that was so it was like Queen Latifah was Ursula,
Never saw it.
the ocean villain, the ocean witch.
I
Is
have
that?
no idea who Little Mermaid. I know what they look like, but I've never seen it.
So I'll tell you the story of the Little Mermaid, Jim. Ariel, the mermaid, she wants to be part of the world above the sea.
Right, but she has fins,
Even
flippers.
She's got flippers, so she can't walk around.
Oh, fuck her then.
That's what I thought too.
No legs to open.
That
That's
was
the
the
thing.
first script.
She had no. I have no legs. That
Just a
one
little
of the-
fish pussy in the back.
That's right. And even though Sebastian told her the seaweed is always greener in somebody else's lake, she said, no, I want to be up there. I want to be part of that world. I want to find me a man, get some of that D I keep hearing about, and, be up there. And so she meets a man and she goes to Ursula the Sea Witch and she goes, I want some legs. And Ursula goes, okay, you trade me give me your voice. I'll give you legs for 3 days. And if you don't kiss this guy, I get your soul.
Wait, she has only legs for 3 days?
3 days of legs
To do what?
and no voice. And if she doesn't kiss the prince, then Ursula gets to keep her soul forever.
That's
Is
a
that-
great message to send little
Good deal.
girls. Here's your legs. Open them and don't say a word.
Yeah. Okay, look. By today's standards, it might be problematic. 30 years ago, it was romantic.
She can't talk.
She can't. No. She doesn't have the ability to
So
speak.
no personality.
No, just through
Just
her
her
eyes.
looks.
Just her looks. And by the way,
Oh, cool.
fun fact,
How does she consent?
she gives those eyes.
Ah.
Fun fact, the Little Mermaid cartoon was, the Ariel was drawn to look like Alyssa Milano,
Oh.
who was from Who's the Boss at the time. So she's got to go up there, and then Sebastian the Crab has to help her try to make things romantic, getting the prince to kiss her because she can't talk.
Prince Eric.
I'm sorry, Prince
Eric.
Prince Eric. Bo tipped over.
Okay, that wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
Yeah, I drifted into the shallows.
So that's basically the premise.
Okay.
Of
Looks
the Little
nothing
Mermaid.
like Alyssa Milano.
Well, that's what the legend has it. That's what they've always said, that the features were made to resemble Alyssa Milano.
Looks nothing like her.
Okay, well, maybe they weren't such good drawers then.
No. No, what a dumb story.
So, yeah, really.
Fucking stupid.
And you're like, you feel like if you're trading your legs for your voice, that's enough of a trade. Why would you then tack on, oh, and by the way, if you don't kiss him in 3 days, I get to keep your
It's
soul?
just stupid.
Like, that's way too much. It's so one-sided.
And then does she get to keep her legs after 3 days if she kisses this asshole?
Yeah. And she gets her soul and her voice.
That's horrific.
That's, so it's
All
all
she gotta do is
upside.
Convince a guy to kiss her. Ooh.
But with no voice.
Oh, big
And he's
deal.
and he's a prince.
A
Yeah,
high risk reward system.
It
it
is.
sure is.
It is. She's a gambler.
Yep.
Well, she's got her collection of trinkets. You know what I mean? She doesn't have that much under the sea. So they made all the actors, like Queen Latifah was playing Ursula, the sea urchin.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that. I don't think the actress who played Ariel was well known, or was she?
I think no. I mean, to us, no, she's not well known.
What, to us boomers, she's not well known?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, she's for younger people.
Yeah. Us bees don't know what she is.
Was she in The Help?
And John Stamos played the French chef. He had a time of it.
Oh, yeah.
But they made all the actors look like...
He played him now? Or way back when?
No, he played him last night.
Last night.
Oh.
Yeah, and you get to sing the song.
I'm sick of these live fucking events they're doing.
Just watching celebrities get to sing.
I'm fucking tired of it. They're going to do a live All in the Family. Who gives a shit?
I couldn't imagine.
Who knows what's going to happen?
Everybody.
Nothing's going to happen.
What if one of them messes up a line?
Oh, and then looks and laughs about it. Oh, crack each other up like Harvey Korman and Tim Conway in 1971.
Yeah, we've seen it.
Gives a shit.
You know, I like to watch SNL because every now and then they start laughing through one of the skits.
Do they actually do that on this song?
Yeah. Yeah, like every episode, there's one.
Jimmy Kimmel couldn't get through. Jimmy Fallon couldn't get through a skit without.
Oh,
laughing.
he's good natured.
Yeah, I don't think Jimmy Fallon ever did a skit that he wasn't laughing through. That was just kind of his deal. But Shaggy came in and played Sebastian the Crab. And I guess he wanted to be cool because he wasn't dressed up like a crab.
No, he's wearing a red outfit.
Yeah, he was wearing a lot of comparisons to the Eddie Murphy.
Right.
A lot of
Delirious?
Yeah. A lot of comparisons to Michael Jackson Thriller.
Ah.
Right.
Can't see my butt cheeks. Rip your dick off. Ah.
And so I was watching Shaggy sing the Sebastian the Crab songs. You want to see a little bit of it?
I'd love nothing more.
I know, because I guess you missed it last night.
I did,
It's
yeah.
unfortunate. Are
Yeah.
you feeling foolish for missing it?
I am, yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I
wish
should have thrown that on the group text with Jim in it.
Yeah,
been
definitely.
I know. I figured everybody was just enjoying my gift.
Nope. No, we were not.
Let's, That you also posted on Twitter
Well, you guys got it first.
and on Instagram.
You're welcome.
Dumb photo.
You're welcome.
You want to hear Under the Sea?
Sure.
I think a lot of people have been wondering what is Shaggy up to. You know, are you familiar with Shaggy's work?
I wouldn't know him if he walked in here and fucking belly flopped onto this console.
Let me tell you something. First of all, he's not actually a crab, so he probably wouldn't belly flop.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I know. Secondly,
Should apologize.
I apologize. If you like Sean Paul,
I do.
I think you should love Shaggy, because Shaggy is better than Sean Paul.
I doubt that.
Oh, yeah.
Here, this is the chorus.
Nah, I mean, I've heard of Shaggy, and I've heard that voice before. Jamaican, I guess Jamaican, right?
Yes. You must be more the Mr. Boombastic era of Shaggy.
I'm a Shabba Ranks guy.
I got you.
Shabba's cool.
Yeah, very cool. How are you? Travis is so ready for Shaggy discussions. He's never been this prepared for anything. This was the first big
Why do you
breakout
like
for-
Shaggy? Because it reminds you of your nickname in high school? Oh, this is the song, yeah.
You know
Mr.
this,
Loverman,
right?
Yeah.
I had this song on Kasingle.
Wait.
You know, my second child was conceived to this song. That's true.
Is it true?
Yes, it is.
No, I don't know this one.
My wife and I conceived our second child to Mr. Boombastic.
No, this is not what I'm thinking of.
She likes it when I sing along to it because, you know, it's a very romantic song, and I come across as very cool.
You sing along while you're conceiving?
Yes, that's the way it happened.
That is very cool.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Black Caviar did an official Shaggy remix.
No wonder you love Shaggy so
right.
much. Well,
That's right.
It's okay.
look, if I was going to work with any artist, Shaggy would be at the top of my list, too. I love Shaggy. You want to see Shaggy performing
Yeah, I'd rather
as
see him do Little
Sebastian the
Mermaid.
Crab?
Yeah.
It was a little jarring to see Shaggy on network television last night. I'm not going to lie about that.
30 years.
Yeah, to see Shaggy just pop up. Because last time I heard him, he was singing "It Wasn't Me" in 2001. So to see him jump up, I want to know who his agent is.
Where is Shabba Ranks?
I don't know where Shabba Ranks is these days.
Shabba's cool.
Oh, he's the best.
Yeah, I'd love to know. You think he was watching this, going like, I could have played Sebastian?
And better.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
But he wasn't wearing claws, Shaggy.
Yeah,
he
why?
wouldn't put on the crab claws.
He said he wouldn't.
I don't know. He just didn't put them on. The audience had them on their hands, but he wouldn't put them on his hands.
Oh, there's a live audience.
There is. Well, yeah, it's live. You never know what's going to
Ah, I
happen.
know. Excitement's mounting.
You just never know. They're dressed up as Disney characters singing songs from The Little Mermaid, but not the acting part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who is that bitch?
Dream about going up there.
But that is a big mistake. Just look at the world around you, right here.
See, there's such a juxtaposition, right?
I love it.
Because I'm thinking, right, as you watch, it's like the girl who's playing Ariel is like, oh my God, this is my shot. This is my opportunity. I'm on network television playing an iconic character. This is the biggest opportunity in my career. Meanwhile, 10 minutes before this, Shaggy was looking at himself in a mirror in that all red getup going, the fuck happened?
Yeah.
What the fuck happened? What am I doing?
Just the lip syncing annoys me. I know.
You think it's lip syncing?
Just hate it so much.
You want it to be perfect, though.
No, I just
Think
don't.
about-
I don't need it perfect. That's why I hate it.
Well, the thing about singing and the thing about art is there should not be any mistakes, and that's the best art.
I would say so. Yeah.
That's why
paint by numbers.
Paint by numbers
yeah,
is
the
a little
best.
better. It's
That is true.
the
Laugh
paint-
tracks.
Laugh tracks are good because that's otherwise, you know, I've watched full comedies with no laugh tracks, and I'll get 7 episodes in before I realize it's not a drama.
I don't know where to laugh.
I don't know where to laugh. I didn't realize there's jokes.
Yep.
It's like Always Sunny. I found out 2 weeks ago that's a comedy. Travis told me. I didn't.
Had to. You were like, I thought that was a documentary.
Yeah, I said maybe dramedy.
You love it,
maybe.
Sunny in Philly?
Yeah.
Oh, it's great.
Never
DeVito.
seen an episode.
It's very funny.
Everyone says it's great. I'm almost done with Curb Your Enthusiasm. Awesome.
That's
Yeah,
a good.
see?
That's a good drama.
Great. It's great.
It's one of the great dramas that
Very
HBO has
interesting,
produced.
yeah,
very,
yeah, yeah.
very, very interesting and compelling. Yes.
Oh, that Larry gets himself into some trouble.
Well, he gets himself in Dutch, doesn't he? Let's go back to Shaggy.
Such wonderful things around you. What more is you looking for? Under the sea. Under the sea.
Sounds all right.
It's just so hard to take him seriously.
Take it from me. Up on the shore they work all day. Out in the sun they slave away. While we devoting full time to floating under the sea.
I hate the jellyfish dangling from the ceiling. All right.
Why? They're under the sea.
I got it.
Talk to the way they blow.
The fish on the land seem
Ah, shut up.
It's hot 'cause they in not cold.
You don't want to hear that, Ariel.
No.
The bowl is lucky. They're in for a worse of fate. One day when the boss gets hungry.
Oh, the crowd is loving it with the.
Under the sea.
wanna be.
Nobody talks about
My friend Rich Ramirez used to do a song parody to this.
Richard Ramirez.
Rich Ramirez.
I would love to see Richard Ramirez pop in during this song.
Under my feet, your blood will leak from your neck. Under my feet. No, he used to do one called Under the Seat, but with a cab driver reaching for a pistol. That's how I first heard this song.
Oh, really?
Comedian I knew, yeah.
You think in the meeting for this, like in the pitch meeting and everything, they were like, "Who's going to play the racist Jamaican crab in this thing?" They're like, "Well, Shaggy's Jamaican." They're like, "Okay."
Who did the original?
Probably not even a Jamaican guy. I don't know who did the original Sebastian. It was before they were making celebrities do all the voiceovers. It was when they actually had it was when voiceover actors could actually get some work.
Yeah.
You know?
It's hard now.
Yeah. Look at the enthusiastic audience.
Yeah.
Probably the same audience they paid to do Masked Singer.
This got such bad reviews.
What did?
The Little Mermaid.
Why? It's so exciting.
Got killed.
Why? They're all singing on a stage? Who doesn't want to see that live? Anything could happen except real singing because it's lip synced.
I like too. I like that they put all the cartoon scenes in because the Little Mermaid is so complex that if you don't put those cartoon scenes in between the songs, you'll never know what's going on.
Yeah.
How could you ever figure it out? What did they say, Trav? Why'd they say bad things?
Well, you want me to? You know what? Instead of reading full reviews, I'll just go down the list of the headlines.
Just headlines. I don't like review. I like headlines. I'm a headlines guy.
ABC's baffling Little Mermaid live sunk straight to the bottom of the ocean.
Wait, they said baffling and sunk?
Yes.
Oh.
Well, they're actually ABC's doing that now because they don't want to air the Epstein interview. So they figured let's show this live.
ABC had a terrible day yesterday.
They had a rough one yesterday.
What else are the headlines?
ABC, a bad choice. Go ahead, Trev.
Okay.
The Little Mermaid live just wasn't much of anything.
Oh.
Queen Latifah is the only good part of soggy Little Mermaid live.
Soggy.
Oh no.
You're making water jokes.
Then there's an article from Us Weekly, why Shaggy didn't wear crab claws while playing Sebastian.
Oh. He just wanted to be a more dexterous clab.
Clab?
A clab?
I clearly said crab. We should move on.
A dexterous clab? You're a crud. Yeah. No, I mean, come on.
I was making a joke.
Yeah, come on. Wow. Yeah, so that's I spent probably 45 minutes with it last night before the premiere of Marcus the Prophet.
I don't know what that is.
The Prophet, he helps businesses on CNBC.
Oh, okay.
He's great.
Is it like a Shark Tank?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's in the same vein, but he goes to businesses and offers to buy like a 40% stake, and then he fixes them.
I was watching 90 Day Fiancé, the new season. I just started it.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird to watch. They seem so much more stable.
Yeah, they really do.
It's almost like, they're all going to make it.
It seems like it'll work out fine.
Their dramas are not a big deal. I don't know if he'll like the kid.
Right.
Who cares?
Yeah, you'll be fine. You'll be all right.
That's why I can't really...
No travel bans.
Exactly. Yeah. Go meet his mother and then fucking, watch her get declitted.
Yeah.
That's what I like.
No bridal fees.
You believe that shit?
Yeah.
You gotta pay for the bride?
Nobody jumping on a boat to travel as cheaply as possible halfway through the rainforest.
It's just crazy.
Nothing.
But Michael's
Nothing.
in it, right?
Michael?
Not in
Yeah.
the first episode, he wasn't.
He's in a preview.
All right, that'll be reason enough to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hope he gets here.
I think he was in the preview, like, coming up this season or something like that.
Oh,
I was like, yeah, he is.
They're probably going to give him their own show.
I hope so. I'd watch it.
Bibi.
You gonna miss my boobs? Yes, I will. yes, I will.
Yeah, I love Trump, baby.
Can you imagine you're Michael?
Sure.
You lived outside, in Nigeria for so long, and you come to America and you turn on television and you see The Little Mermaid live. And if that is not just a celebration of all the excess that we have in America, that there's actually time on a weeknight to put on The Little Mermaid live.
Yeah.
Just be like, this is what there are people in America with so little to do. They're sitting here watching celebrities sing songs from Little Mermaid in red jumpsuits. Isn't America great?
Yeah. All right. Yeah, season 7. All right, good.
Yeah.
I want to see them when they get here. By the way, the that ABC video we should play that today. People have seen it.
Play it.
Man, was that fucking. And now they're making statements. The woman's complaining. I part of me thought that did she do that on purpose? Like the camera's running, her audio is perfect. And then some cameraman just saves it, and it gets taken by that project Veritas, and put up online.
An ABC anchor was complaining during a commercial break or while a story was playing or something like that she had the Epstein story
3 years ago.
3 years ago, and that ABC put the kibosh on it. They squashed it. And yeah, you're right. I mean, the video's perfect, but. I mean, of course it would be perfect. All it takes is
one guy to keep the recording.
Yeah,
They
'Cause
probably record everything.
I'm sure they run on everything. Because why wouldn't they? I mean, everything's digital anyway, so run on everything.
Now that that's out, I mean, they could probably figure out who was working the camera. Oh, but you know what? It's in the bank, so whoever went in and got it, you wouldn't know.
Exactly, because I'm sure that all the cameras are
Recording every moment. And you know, look, they have to defend it, and she has to go, it was a bad moment. The bottom line is, no one cares about your explanation. No one cares what ABC is saying.
Now, everybody knows what it is when they see it.
Everyone knows what this is, and this is terrible because they didn't want to go after Prince Andrew because they wanted to protect the fucking the will and what's her name?
Kate
interview. So all this talk from the networks about caring about victims and protecting victims and all this shit the networks are doing about getting rid of people who say the wrong thing or not using this person who's had an allegation of misconduct. And then here you guys had this story about this guy and you squashed it because you wanted to talk to the fucking prince.
Bro.
And his wife.
Can't save anybody if we don't have ratings. It really, I mean, look.
That's who they are.
I heard
That's
it was
why you can't
because
take...
the reporting wasn't up to journalistic standards.
Well, do we have the statement?
Is that the same thing they said to Ronan Farrow?
Yeah.
Well, they had to say that.
Yeah, you have the statement in your story.
Okay.
What are they gonna say?
Oops.
Yeah. Hey, we wanted to talk to fucking to Will and to fucking Kate. No, they can't say that.
Well, here's what ABC said, and we'll play the clip of her talking too, where all this is based from. But they are not denying that this story existed 3 years ago. Apparently, there was an interview with somebody, one of the victims,
Virginia.
Yeah, like the main girl.
I don't know how to say her last name.
So 3 years ago, this journalist Amy Robach had an interview with her. And she thought she had everything. 3 years ago, had Epstein, had the Clintons, had all this stuff. And we'll hear the clip in a minute. But when the clip comes out, ABC responded. They said, no, you don't understand. Clip is misleading. Here's what they said. At the time, not all of our reporting... at the time, not all of our reporting met our standards to air. But we have never stopped investigating the story. Ever since we've had a team on this investigation, a substantial resources dedicated to it, the work has led to a 2-hour documentary and a 6-part podcast that will air in the new year.
Good stuff. So it took 3 years.
Don't worry.
To do that.
Don't worry. They've been investigating the story.
Podcast.
And now that he's dead,
Fucking
they're going to put a
assholes.
podcast out.
What fucking assholes.
Well, you can sell ads on podcasts, they found out.
That's a great point.
So,
And they said, no, we didn't. They told her people don't know who he is.
Well, that's what she said. But again, that's misleading. No. It's just journalistic integrity.
What are they going to say, though? That's really embarrassing.
Here's what she said. I like my job. Please, please, please let me keep my job. Whatever you want me to say. Oh, I'm sorry. That's a different statement. She said, as a journalist, as the Epstein story continued to unfold last summer, I was caught in a private moment of frustration. Oh, okay. I was upset because she would never air a private moment of frustration on her news show, I'm sure. I was upset that an important interview I conducted with Virginia Roberts, very convenient that you forgot that name, Roberts.
That's her original name, maybe, or her new name. There's a G.
Yeah, Giuff.
It sounds almost French.
Virginia G. Roberts. Didn't air because we could not obtain sufficient corroborating evidence. That's weird. She didn't mention any of this to meet ABC's editorial standards about her allegations. My comments about Prince Andrew and her allegation that she had seen Bill Clinton on Epstein's private island were in reference to what Virginia Roberts said in that interview in 2015.
Yeah.
I was referencing her allegations, not what ABC News had verified through our reporting. It wasn't verified.
I didn't think that she was referencing what they had verified. I assumed she was referencing what they. But so 3 years later, they put together a thing to air in the new year and podcast.
You're gonna have a podcast.
Great.
Yeah, like Serial, but even better. She said. I mean, she continues. The interview itself. While I was disappointed it didn't air, it didn't meet our standards. In the years since, no one ever told me or the team to stop reporting on Jeffrey Epstein, and we have continued to aggressively pursue the important story.
Yeah, sure.
Everybody get on those podcasts.
Did they do the Will and Kate interview?
Oh, it was a good interview too.
Did they get them?
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah.
They did, right?
Yeah, of course. We got to find out what's going on with the royal family, Jim.
Well, let's see how...
We got royal fever.
Let's see how much that explanation lines up.
With what she said?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to clip 1 then, Troy Kwan. And this is Amy Roback on ABC.
Yeah.
And it's either during a commercial break or while an episode, or while a pre-tape is playing. And it looks like the quality, it may have actually been recorded off a screen in a control room.
Yeah.
It may not be a direct feed.
Possibly, sure.
Which is going to make it even more difficult to figure out who did this. And they probably did it on purpose. Even if they had access to the original tape,
Sure.
they were probably like, let's record it off a screen.
So no one knows.
So no one knows. Anybody that could have access to a screen is now a suspect.
I've had the story for 3 years. I've had this interview with Virginia Roberts. We would not put it on the air. First of all, I was told, who's Jeffrey Epstein? No one knows who that is. This is a stupid story.
Oh, boy.
Palace found out that we had her whole allegations about Prince Andrew and threatened us a million different ways.
Oh, boy.
We were so afraid we wouldn't be able to interview Kate and Will that also quashed the story. And then Alan Dershowitz was also implicated in it because of the planes. She told me everything. She had pictures. She had everything. She was in hiding for 12 years. We convinced her to come out. We convinced her to talk to us. It was unbelievable what we had. Clinton, we had everything.
Could you pause for a sec?
But yeah, this really lines up. It's funny. She's yet to mention the journalistic integrity. She didn't mention that it didn't match our journalistic standards. Where was she?
She actually said they had pictures and everything. She said this.
Well, Virginia had them. Virginia said she had pictures.
This seems like she's making it, portraying it as a slam dunk. And these comments, she's referring to an interview in 2015. These comments were made over the summer. So these are within the last couple
recent.
months.
And by the way, the pictures she's talking about are probably the ones we've seen now, which is Prince Andrew with his arm around there's probably just a couple of those pictures.
You mean the pictures that we've seen that people published because they thought there was enough journalism and integrity in them that these are very, very, very newsworthy?
Yeah, it's
you
funny.
mean the pictures that were strong enough that somebody came and Epstein killed himself?
Yeah, so she's mentioning that the palace threatened us a bunch of different ways. Yeah.
Yeah. How come that's not mentioned?
But they want, in her statement, what about the palace threatening you?
No, the palace threatened us and said, hey, don't do things without journalistic integrity.
Oh, they did. They said this story doesn't match, but match it up. Make sure it matches, there's enough journalistic integrity, and then air it.
They said, we're not worried about Prince Andrew or the Clintons. We're worried about you as journalists.
Absolutely.
I tried for 3 years to get it on, to no avail, and now it's all coming out, and it's like these new revelations, and I freaking had all of it. I'm so pissed right now. Like, every day I get more and more pissed because I'm just like, oh my God, what we had was unreal. Other women backing it up. Hey, yep. Brad Edwards, the attorney, 3 years ago, saying there will come a day when we will realize Jeffrey Epstein was the most
odd that she's doing this because, like, when you have a mic and you're on set, like, you know the control room can hear
That's why
you.
a part of me is not 100% convinced.
I think she's just...
It's probably just a mistake, but I think
it's one of those things where she does this every single day.
Complains?
Maybe
or talks.
Yeah, like, she's got a mic on every single day, so she doesn't even think about it. I don't think she did it on purpose because she doesn't benefit from it in any way. Like, she's seeing this now and going, oh, fuck, and she, like...
I'll tell you how she benefits.
She's
she
putting
gets
out
credit.
But she's putting out a statement saying that it wasn't the case.
She has to, but she's not even...
I could see Jim being right.
She's not even attacking. Back up just a little bit. Let her finish. This is almost done. What she said, the lawyer said. And then the fact that they still didn't go after, they didn't do it. Let her finish because she has like one more sentence.
Other women backing it up. Hey, yep. Brad Edwards, the attorney, 3 years ago, saying there will come a day when we will realize Jeffrey Epstein was the most prolific pedophile this country has ever known.
Oh my gosh.
I had it all 3 years ago.
And people are like, she didn't care about the victims. So what? She's talking about as a reporter that she had this story. She's very right to complain.
Yeah, what do you mean she didn't care about what is it?
I've read that a couple people on Twitter like, how come she's not talking about it's like...
She's talking to a person in our room. She's not making a public statement.
Exactly.
Like, is everybody, people making that criticism? I hadn't heard that criticism. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, people making that criticism, like, are they that sure that when they're having private conversations with one individual, that they're that politically correct that they make sure that, hey, like if you and I were having a conversation off the air, oh man, you think Epstein did it? Well, Jim, not only do I think he did it, but let's think about the victims. Like, is that the off-air, one-on-one conversation that you have with a colleague?
Joe in Westchester, good point.
What's up, bud?
Hey guys, thanks for taking the call. You know, Amy Robach, they're all talking about, they issued a statement about journalistic integrity. What was ABC's journalistic integrity standard when the Brett Kavanaugh allegations came out when he was nominated for a Supreme Court justice? All these fake stories came out when he was in, things he did in college. They were totally unsubstantiated. ABC and George Stephanopoulos didn't have any problem putting those alleged victims and those allegations out front, put them on the news, but they buried this story. What actually is their standard is the question, right? What is their standard for journalistic integrity? Because it doesn't match what they
do
put up when they had the Brett Kavanaugh hearings. So does it only matter when it's a conservative or when it's a
I don't think
Catholic?
it's that. I think it's power. It's not. It doesn't have to. I don't. It's not conservative Catholic. It's powerful people.
You're both right. It is, but they're more likely to. I think they're more likely to air something that is not 100% substantiated when they dislike the person or they dislike the ideology of the person. If you look at Dan Rather got booted for that bullshit off CBS George Bush thing that he did. That cost him his career.
Yeah, but Roger Ailes survived for a long time.
It's different. That's not for air stuff.
They also had nothing to gain by not airing the Kavanaugh stuff.
Yeah.
By not airing Epstein stuff, they could keep their relationship with the royal family.
Yeah.
It wouldn't harm the Clintons.
It's business. It's not politics. It's business.
I think it's both.
It's a little bit of both.
I think it's both. I think politics, because politics go into making these guys, because the day-to-day decisions are not made by Rupert Murdoch. They're made by, or even Roger Ailes isn't in on every single. It's the day-to-day people, so the ideology creeps in, and not that they're going to protect Epstein because he's a Democrat, but the fact is that they're probably like, fuck this Kavanaugh guy. Run the story.
The ideology doesn't match. The ideology absolutely doesn't match, and they protect their own. And that's the bottom. That's why the Clintons got away with whatever they got away with for all these years, And when it comes to Brett Kavanaugh, they'll put any unsubstantiated allegation out just to smear the guy.
And I don't care about Kavanaugh. I don't even know how true or not true that stuff was. But what's interesting is and it's all Me Too stuff for different reasons. But fucking the news divisions of NBC is taking a beating, and ABC is taking a beating. CBS took one with Les Moonves. All the major networks are taking fucking.
Well, yeah, I mean, let's not.
Well,
Thank you, buddy.
That's the one good thing that Trump actually has done is to shine the light on the fake media. I mean, calling out fake news for what it is.
Yeah, but we're acting like Fox News isn't fake news too.
But everyone understands where Fox comes from.
No, I mean, if Trump is going on Twitter and saying Fox News is great and everything else is fake news, and we're acting like, oh, finally someone's telling the truth. Let's not be ridiculous.
He's telling the truth when everyone knows Fox is slanted.
That doesn't mean you act like they're not.
But
everybody also knows the media is crooked.
But no one else attacks the press.
Yeah, but
no one is attacking them.
If you take a story like Epstein, and you know that he's connected to all these very, very powerful people, now he's dead, and now they're coming out and saying he's not actually dead, or he's not. He didn't hang himself. But then you have Robot's comments coming out. It just shows that there is a complete bias, and it's all done for profit and to protect a certain group of people. Right? And that's really what it's done.
I don't know what the motivation behind this. Thanks, buddy.
It's not always right.
It was probably about protect. No, but it does creep into it. And when you, I mean, look, they're going after liberals too. It's not like only conservatives. Liberals are getting fucking murdered in the last 2 years with this stuff. It's not about that, but they are more likely to air something, I think, shitty on one of those networks about a conservative faster because it lines up with how they feel and the results they want. They absolutely would. I mean, for too long they've handled things this way. They handle them differently. And it's because the people doing the day-to-day reporting and the guys who are running the news divisions feel a certain way. That's why the networks have the bias. And Trump is right about that. We all when you watch every fucking phony celebrity that won't go on Fox. I don't talk to Fox News.
Yeah, but then you hear conservatives doing the same thing about the liberal media. It's not like Trump is the first person to say the liberal media.
No, but the difference is Fox is one network. ABC, CBS, CNN, MSNBC. Every other network leans left. I mean, so that's why it stands out that Fox is what it is, because it seems like so crazy that this one network. But every other one leans left.
Yeah, but they're not leaning further left, and Fox is leaning right.
But there's no.
I'm not disagreeing with you in that. Yeah, But you're acting. I mean, when you say that, it sounds like Fox is just kind of.
Fox stands out because they're the only ones leaning in that direction. They're the only ones leaning in that direction, so they stand out. But yeah, they are leaning. Of course they are.
Right.
But when it's them and every other fucking network, I mean, come on, man. They all are going in the same direction except Fox. It seems like Fox is so crazy.
Yeah.
So about that, that's the thing I love the most about Trump is the attacks on the press. But we've been doing it for years before Trump got elected. I've been bitching about the fucking press and their dishonest coverage.
Trump only hits the press that is mean to him.
He hits Fox too. Yeah, of course. But
he only hits Fox when they're mean to him.
But that again is more human nature. The fact that he's calling most of the press frauds is very unique. I mean, no other politician is calling the press fake. Or do you think Bush didn't want to?
Yeah, but he's not doing it out of some greater good. He's doing it out of self-interest.
Oh, I don't care. It doesn't matter to me why he's doing it. Whatever his motive is for backing up what I feel about the press, I don't thank you. I don't care.
You
why.
just like that it's out there.
Yeah, I don't care why. I don't expect a politician to be altruistic and awesome and go hey man, for the good of the American people, I mean, he's calling out the fake press because he thinks they suck and they're shitty to him. And he's right.
Let's listen to her go on.
Oh, cunt. I just dropped my mustard. Can I have another fork?
Did you drop your fork on the floor?
Yeah. Yes, I did.
She told me everything. She had pictures. She had everything. She was in hiding for 12 years. We convinced her to come out. We convinced her to talk to us. It was unbelievable what we had. Clinton. We had everything.
She's beautiful.
She is.
Robot.
So, I mean, I don't need all this stuff. I don't need the voiceover narration. I just want
we know
her
what we're
statement.
seeing.
Yeah. I think that my only thing, because I get what you're saying about maybe she did it on purpose, because maybe.
It's possible.
But I feel like if she had done it on purpose, she would have done what Gretchen Carlson did, where right when the bomb drops, she also leaves the network and has another gig or has a book coming out or has something to fall back on. Because if she had anything to do with this information getting out, her career's over.
It is, but it's also, here's what she gets. Everybody now knows Amy Robach had this 3 years ago. So
yeah, they know that, but then how does she feed her family? She's not getting another gig.
No, but I mean, the fact that it's out there now, everybody knows she had it, and she's getting credit for it. And they all want credit. That's why they go with exclusive by CBS. They all want credit for it. And I don't blame her for being pissed. If she was talking to people before anybody was and had this information and pushed them to run the story, and they said no, that's why Ronan Farrow wants to fuck it. He won't be happy until firemen are walking out of NBC, dragging the last charred body out of the network.
He really is.
Oh. So I'm sure when you're a reporter and the network is shooting down a good story that's legit.
Ronan Farrow is a good example. He didn't start burning down NBC until he had everything in line.
Well, she's not ready. She's probably not going to leave the network either. You know what I mean? That's
what I mean. If she weren't
going
to leave the network, I don't think she would leak this on purpose.
But she could still play both sides and keep her job.
Of course.
And I think that they do roll all the time. Remember Bill O'Reilly and the Do It Live? That was all during the commercial.
Right. So they're always rolling.
I think so, yeah.
Or Stop the Hammering.
Right, exactly.
So they're very aware that anything they say is being recorded.
But they forget. I don't think Lawrence O'Donnell wanted to shout about hammering or Bill O'Reilly wanted, fuck it, we'll do it live. They don't want this footage.
And maybe she's thinking nobody would ever dare put this out.
And we roll during the commercial break.
Yeah, we do.
What? You know why we roll? Because we're in the smoke club.
Keep rolling.
Nice.
Here we go.
Nice. Smoking dooms.
It's from the bomb.
Nice.
It might be my favorite thing on this show.
What, the smoke club?
No, it's that Troy always says it's from the bong.
Because he gets excited. He's in the smoke club with us.
It's the Cypress Hill.
Yeah, you could hear the sounds. It sounds like we're smoking doob joints and everything in here. It's good stuff.
Did you hear her give her opinion on whether she thought Epstein was murdered?
No.
The last clip?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, let's listen.
There's more of her? I only saw this one.
Yeah, let's listen to the last clip without all the fucking voiceover.
Yeah, I know. What do we have? Did Veritas put it out with the voiceover or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, they put it out with the voiceover.
Okay.
But
We didn't edit it out.
yeah, we could use a little editing.
He's got to have left evidence, like in the, unexplained. Well, Ghislaine Maxwell, who I had all sorts of stuff on her too. I love it. I'm like, it's so funny to hear everyone say her name now because I'm like, oh my God, like I had all the, and everyone was like, who's that? Who cares? I kept getting that. Who cares?
So her
That's
statement,
damning, by the way.
It's really bad.
This is a stupid story. Who cares?
Nobody's thinking about those people. Move on. Nothing to see here. That's really not addressed in the journalistic integrity excuse, is it? Oh, I love this story.
This is bad.
It's terrible. It's terrible. Oh.
She knows everything. She should be careful. Well, she was his, like, she went out and recruited all of these girls.
Oh boy.
Stand by.
Listening to a producer get.
She should watch her back. Because if she goes, I mean, I'd have like security guards all around me.
Okay. So she's saying that Ghislaine Maxwell's life was in danger.
Ghislaine.
Yeah, in the article it says it gives her quote.
What's her? Let's see.
What's the quote?
What's her quote?
A little further down.
In the video, Roback also expresses confidence that Epstein's death was a murder, not a suicide. Darn it. And says that Ghislaine Maxwell should be worried about her safety. Do I think he was killed? 100%. Yes, I do, she says. He made his whole living blackmailing people. There were a lot of men on those planes. A lot of men who visited that island. A lot of powerful men who came into that apartment.
Oh, he was blackmailing people. Wow.
Well, I don't think, maybe he wasn't like actively blackmailing people, but he knew all of these people that were there, and if he had to,
It's like that movie Clue.
yeah.
Mr. Body had secrets on everybody.
Tim Curry.
Fuck that guy. We're all going to kill him. What? Wadsworth?
Didn't we hear too that he had video inside his place?
I never heard that corroborated though. I did hear that possibility, but never heard it.
Wouldn't it be interesting if his security cameras were working, but the jails weren't?
Should have just locked him up in his apartment.
Hey, where did Jeff get his video cameras from? We got to replace ours.
I wonder. I don't know. Video. That's a huge risk if someone catches the camera somewhere.
Yeah, and he wouldn't.
What's a huge risk?
Him having his own video cameras in his
somebody
house.
will catch.
It's a private residence.
No, but that's somebody who you value will see it.
Things leak too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want hard proof of terrible things.
Like reporter audio?
For instance, reporter audio admitting that a network squashed a giant story involving the biggest pedophile ring of all time and many powerful people.
It's all overblown.
You think suicide?
Sure, he fell.
Trying on the necklace.
Pack
and
of
fell.
lies.
I think when you have the video too, you don't think it's going to leak. I mean, I'm sure R. Kelly didn't think, oh, these are going to get out one day.
That was
No, but-
videotape, though. That's a different than straight to digital
Yeah.
Epstein hookup.
Like,
R.
you-
Kelly was just dumb. Make a copy of this.
Yeah, you don't think it will? But if you have any brain in your head, you're like, this is just not good to have. Like, there's no benefit except, I think R. Kelly.
Unless somebody tries to blackmail Epstein and he's like, well, look what I
Now I got this proof. Yes, that's the benefit to it. And then they're like, well, what are you going to do? Like, show everybody the tape and admit that you're guilty too?
Yeah.
That's true.
It's like, fuck it. We'll all go down.
Yeah, well, I mean, if he's locked up and he can get
If he's locked up.
Get a reduced sentence if he comes out with all this.
Well, let me tell you, he got a reduced sentence before. If he's locked up.
Where does she say he's killed?
Somewhere in the video. I just read the quote, though.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, 100% she thinks murder.
Maxwell, yeah, that woman who has, by the way, stayed in fucking hiding, that's probably why. She's probably like, now that he's in trouble, like, I'm finished. She knows that someone will
Is she still in the country?
Yeah, probably. It's hard to leave the country in the
She's
middle.
at In and Out.
She is
Has
at
she in the
In-N-Out.
last?
No.
Oh, at the burger, yeah.
I mean, if I'm her, I'm driving to Mexico and I'm taking a plane from Mexico to a country far, far away, never to be heard from ever
But you wouldn't
again.
get into Mexico because they'd flag your passport. Oh, you know what? Leaving the country, getting into Mexico, they still may flag the passport. I don't know
Is she wanted?
No, I don't
You
She
know,
hasn't been arrested.
Not
There's no-
arrested, but can they still put a red flag on your passport? I don't know. I
don't
mean,
think they can't allow. I mean, unless the Mexican government said you're not allowed in our country, I don't think the United States can stop her from leaving the country unless a police officer comes to her and says you can't leave, unless there's a court order.
Can I see her say this? I didn't realize she said this.
Which part? I'm just trying to
Mike
figure
says it was towards the end of the second.
Yeah, I
clip.
know you just had it.
Oh, the second clip.
No, Troy, you just had it right where you just were.
Right there.
Okay, sorry.
Right there. For like the next 30 seconds. You let it right there's fine.
Convinced her to come out. We convinced her to talk to us.
All right, this is what we
Oh
have
no,
on
go
board. Yeah.
further. You scrolled over the words. I saw the words.
If it's towards the end of the second clip, that might be a little easier.
Right there.
Yeah,
Oh, there it is.
okay, here we go.
His whole living blackmailing people.
Let's go back a little.
Yeah.
A little back.
No
Okay.
doubt about what happened to Epstein when he finally was arrested and jailed.
Not a powerful
So
voice.
do I think he was killed? 100%.
Oh,
Yes, I do.
shit.
Because he made his whole living blackmailing people. Yeah. There were a lot of men in those planes, a lot of men who visited that island, a lot of powerful men who came into that apartment. When I heard he was found in his cell, I knew immediately.
So did I.
And they made it seem as though he made that suicide attempt 2 weeks earlier, but his lawyers claimed that he was roughed up by his cellmate around the neck. That was all like to plant the seed.
Amy knows.
And then
Oh yeah.
that's why I really believe it. Like really believe it.
See, Amy's lucky
The
because
last of
if
the-
she were doing like a report on the street and somebody interrupted her to say Epstein didn't kill himself, she'd go like, "Yeah, I know. I know. You're right."
But this is the more I watch this,
It's a lot of information to be out there on
she's
camera.
literally doing she's giving a speech on film.
Yeah.
I think she's very aware that the camera's grabbing all of it. And it wouldn't surprise me, we may never know it, if this was her doing. Not necessarily that she put it out, but knowing that this would be grabbed.
Yeah, maybe she did like you just said, maybe she had no intention of this coming out, but she knew that,
maybe-
hey,
How
Maybe
would,
she's
how would
saying
they know? How would they know to look where they looked?
It would have to be like a camera, like if it was
Yeah, they
not
wouldn't
her.
need to know where to look. There's so many people
Yeah,
that work
camera
for Good Morning
operators,
America. There's
producers.
so
But
many
this
people
was
in
over
those
the
booths.
summer, and Project Veritas gets in there, and then all of a sudden, 4 months later, this comes out. Like, who would think to go back over every commercial break? Somebody had to say, Amy
Maybe it
Robach.
just takes a while to get that shit out.
Yeah, they probably. I
and
mean, it's
into Project Veritas's hands.
probably been around for a while. Like maybe somebody probably shot it right then. And
Didn't know where to go with it.
Could have just sat on it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
where do you go with it?
Because it's not like Project Veritas puts on ninja outfits and sneaks into the production room and
Right.
gets the footage themselves.
Yeah.
It's transferred digitally, I'll bet. Not that I know. Ooh, maybe
Yeah, but I'm not
Project Veritas.
The more I watch this, she's saying things that she wants everyone to know.
Yeah.
Is she? I mean, it's just tremendous amount of detail. Like, I mean, tremendous.
With the camera rolling, perfectly framed. She's literally delivering it, not like a news report.
Well, they probably keep it framed on her.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, she knows what the fuck she's doing.
It's wonderful video. It is wonderful
Why
video.
don't she just vent? She's really pissed.
That's true
She
too.
might have vented to other people, and this is just what got caught on.
Maybe she says this every day, and finally some guy was like, God, just shut the fuck up.
I mean, it could be. It could be. Like, she could be venting. I mean, there's,
It's all possible. But it's just the more she's giving so much.
Right.
This is what I would want to say if I was her.
Yes. Like, if she were to give her statement on the matter and tell the truth, it would sound exactly like this.
Yeah.
But, I think both are possible. But I think the idea of her just venting and some intern catching it on his phone is also very possible.
They said the guy who leaked it still works there.
All right. Well, how about this, Project Veritas? Keep your fucking information to yourself. Maybe relax with leaking all that information because now, other people are going to be liable.
There's so many people that work on those shows. Think of like just all the union, the stagehands.
Full-time, part-time, like
Yeah,
this guy.
I mean,
Yeah.
But who knows
So
what kind
many-
of access you have.
So many people go into those control rooms.
They do, but who knows what you're allowed to access without entering something. Like, can anybody just pull anything up? Or if you access something, will they know it's you?
So many
Right, like logins and stuff.
Plus, Plus there's so many like low-level employees that probably pull clips from like past shows, and they just have everybody's got access to the archives because they're always putting packages together.
Yeah, that's true.
We are a well-oiled machine here, but if we were recording like during commercial break, like if we said stuff during commercial breaks in audio, like Baby Frankie has access to all the audio
that's true,
in the studio. You know what I mean? Because we get him to pull clips.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah, I didn't think of pulling clips. You're right.
Yeah. Could have been anything. But it really is a fabulous video clip.
Can we watch the end of this? This is so good. I never saw this
now
part.
It went into voiceover.
They might just keep talking.
Yeah.
He has a really good, strong voice.
Yeah.
They should have got somebody with a little bit of...
Is that what's his face? The guy who runs Project Veritas?
I have no idea.
Whoever, James O'Keefe?
Yeah.
Don't know.
Just doesn't know to put somebody else's voice on it.
You know what? How many views did this have on Twitter? This had like 3.3 million yesterday.
It's got 2 million on YouTube.
Oh, that's a lot. A lot of people are going to see this.
3 million on Twitter. That's 5. Plus Facebook.
Yeah.
IG.
Instagram.
Oh, boy.
Are the networks covering it?
I haven't. I've been looking at the networks as we've gone, and I have not.
Nah, it's fine. They're not.
Well, we don't attack our own, Jim.
Drudge is covering it, but...
I mean, like, everyone online is covering it.
Yeah. Yeah, I just haven't heard it on the morning shows.
Well, yeah, why aren't they mentioning this?
Maybe they got to vet their report.
Like, literally...
Got to vet the report.
Comedian says something bad or anything. Whatever celebrity does, they talk about it.
We don't talk about old shit,
But
really.
this
happened in the summer, and a lot of times we don't really talk about old shit.
Isn't it crazy what they cover, what they don't? That's why, by the way, they're so hateable.
We got to talk about quid pro quo and the drug cartels.
That's a big one. Yeah, those are big stories. Fucking, I love Trump's response.
Kentucky governor, we got to talk about.
To fucking the massacre of those 9. First of all, why are they living in that shithole? But I mean, whatever. 9 people in that family killed going to a wedding. They said it may have been a crossfire, but I think they targeted the family because I think that family has had issues with the cartels before.
Yeah, I think so.
The Mormons have had problems with them there, and Trump's willing to send in the army. You knew the Mexican president would stupidly refuse it, but isn't this the same guy that just let El Chapo's son go?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're not handling the problem.
Well, he says that the last regime, tried to fight the cartel, and that did not work out.
So what are you going to do?
I guess not fight the cartel.
You have to fight the cartel. You don't want to get into a civil war with Mexico either, but the cartel they have a decent amount of people and they're strong, but they're not strong like fucking, like
bull.
They're not strong like the Vietnamese were strong. They're not an army. I mean, they're well armed. There's a bunch of them, but I think that our military would not have it. They have no air power, no air support.
The Mexican government's not going to let the U.S. Army come in and take care of their shit.
The Mexican government has been bums with this shit. They've done a terrible fucking job.
Well, it's because everybody's corrupt.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't. Plus, I don't know. I don't want us going to war with Mexico.
No,
and
of course
cartels
not.
And stuff.
But I wouldn't mind us helping Mexico because that's something where our military is being used with a problem that's directly affecting us.
They said no, thank you.
Of course they did. Of course. I wouldn't mind our military doing that. I don't want them in Syria. I don't want them in these other countries. But Mexico stopping drug cartels who are directly affecting U.S. and U.S. citizens, I wouldn't have a problem with.
Yeah. I mean, it's not shocking that Mexico said no thank you either.
I know. It's like, you know what it is? Mexico is like fucking Fredo on the dance floor in Godfather 2. And the U.S. is like Michael. They go, and then eventually they're going to have to go, yeah, could you handle it?
Yeah, I mean, Trump has put himself in a position where Mexico really doesn't want to take any favors from him.
Although this new president he's been talking to.
Yeah.
But I just love Trump's response to it was so harsh. He called them monsters.
Yeah, he did. Let's go to Frank in Rockland. What's up, Frank?
Hey, I don't know if you guys are aware, good morning, but there's a police officer who fled to Russia because he has copies of all the evidence from this case. Sean Atwood is the person on the internet who's been covering it. And it's pretty interesting. He's had 2 attempts on his life. And, so I wouldn't be one bit surprised if this was true. I know a lot of stuff on the internet you got to take with a grain of salt, but this seems pretty interesting. It was given to him by another police officer who passed away at a young age, suddenly, and so a lot of mysterious stuff. And one of the people that he saw on the tape was somebody from the media, so I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if the media was part of this as well, too. It's a blackmail scheme. That's what it's been since day one for him. That's how he made all his money.
All right, thanks, man.
Thank you. It is crazy how many fucking big people are involved.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And you heard about these high-profile pedophile rings. And again, I'm always anti-conspiracy. I think they're bullshit. But Jesus Christ, man, you can't.
I don't even think this is a conspiracy theory anymore. Like, I don't think you don't really
crazy.
need to. You don't really need to be sitting there digging. Like, oh, what do you think could? It's like, sometimes how when we talk about conspiracy theories, sometimes on the show we say sometimes the simplest answer is just the right answer. In this case, the simplest answer is just the right answer.
It is, yeah.
You know what I mean? And the simplest answer is that man. I don't think he committed suicide.
Do you think that Ghislaine Maxwell is nervous?
I think she needs to get the hell out of America. I don't know what the hell she's doing.
She is sitting on a mountain of information.
How has nobody talked to her yet?
There's probably not enough to press charges. It's like when
I don't know. They have so many fucking.
Or they're like, look. I don't know. I mean, it's almost like when, there are powerful people in the mafia, right? And even though, not you, Chip, even though like, oh, I have her on this, I have her on that, I have her on this, like you need the big charge that's going to stick. Maybe.
Who's Giselle Epstein?
I forgot her last name, so I'm just trying to type quick. Giselle Epstein, so it comes up in Google.
He did get it. It did come up.
It's her married name.
Epstein.
I'm sorry, let me put in Maxwell.
Maxwell Epstein.
Yeah, I don't know. Maxwell Smart. Yeah, I don't know why she's not.
I don't either.
In custody.
Lots of mystery. Don't worry.
Do you think they don't want her? No, they want her. There's people.
I'm sure they're taking their time, and then
she'll get away.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen.
But you see how long these investigations take. They take years, and then
maybe they honestly don't know exactly where she is right now.
Just enough time to figure out her way to get out of the country.
Because she came from huge. She has money. She comes from she's very, very wealthy, so she's the ability to hide out somewhere.
Jim, don't you worry. All questions will be answered on the upcoming podcast.
Oh.
The investigation has been fierce and severe, and all of these questions and concerns will be answered. All the research over the last years will be shown when the podcast drops next year.
Yeah, isn't it funny that's what they're all of a sudden doing now? They're in the podcast business. They don't want to put on their news show.
No, we got to wait till the podcast
do a podcast.
Drops. And they're like, oh, what happened to Epstein? They're like, we'll tell you next week on the podcast. We taped the podcast for next week, but we can't tell you until it drops on Tuesday.
They said they had pictures. How do you show pictures on a podcast?
We just send them to our website. It's good. It's it gets people. It's good to get the listeners involved, Troy. So they'll put the pictures up on their Twitter account after the podcast drops. Because they don't want to do it early. Because you don't want to miss the downloads.
Do you think she knows what a lot of people were up to?
Giselle Maxwell?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she might have some valuable information.
Wow.
Oh, look at that. There she is at the nice wedding. Well, look. I'm glad we got to the bottom of that.
Yeah, I love Amy. I love Amy Robach.
I love the whole story.
She's beautiful.
I love the whole
married?
thing. What? I don't know.
Let's find out.
I want to take her out, talk about the case.
She would probably like a first date. She's giving you all the Epstein secrets. Amy Robach does not know how to shut her mouth.
She's 46.
Oh, she looks great for 46.
Yeah.
She's married to Andrew Shue. Sorry, Jim. She's married and very much in love. Oh, I thought Troy was looking up a picture of her husband, and a picture of Jeffrey Epstein came up. I was like, oh, no. No wonder she's got all that information. Oh, look at that. They go hiking. They're outdoorsy. He's a handsome man. You don't have any shot whatsoever.
No,
Jim.
I don't. She would never cheat on him with me. I got it.
Nope.
He's a guy's an 8.5, 9.
He really is.
And I'm probably a 7.5, 8.
Look at those perfect children they've got together.
Yep.
You have nothing to offer this woman.
I really don't.
Look at that. They go hiking together. You see that picture, Troy?
They're basically a perfect looking family.
They wear
good-looking kids, good-looking parents.
Jim, they wear athleisure and look good in it.
I have nothing to offer.
Like, it looks like they should be wearing athleisure.
Yeah.
You can't wear athleisure and look suitable.
Maybe he doesn't rub her feet properly.
I bet
Maybe he's not a good listener.
I bet he's a great listener. You know who was a really good listener?
That cameraman.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, he was.
I'm not surprised if she had no idea that would come out, and I'm not surprised
Yeah.
if she's 100% behind it.
I'm with you. It could go either way. I'm with you 100%. I can't wait to read her book.
Like, for instance,
Here's what
she
Epstein
may
did.
have told somebody who was looking, this is where you look, and I give everything on camera. It can't come back to me.
Yeah.
You think it's driving the poor victims crazy? Just watching all this, like, what the fuck? I told you what happened.
I'm sure
I
it
already
is.
told you what happened.
Yes, but there's also, I'm sure, some satisfaction.
That it's finally coming to light.
I mean, the press covering stuff up like that is just...
And he's dead.
Unfortunately, he did pass
I don't
away.
think they like that he's dead.
I don't know for the victims if that's a good thing, but I get
It's a bad thing for the victims because he's not ever going to be, I mean, a lot of information, I believe, will die with him.
Yeah.
It will, but again...
In a public way.
I wonder if they will they kill her too?
No. Amy Robach?
No.
I was like, come on. She's a news anchor.
Maxwell.
That's what she said. That she could.
Amy Robach thinks so.
Yeah.
Amy Robach thinks she's very much in danger. And I trust Amy Robach.
That's right.
She said a lot of shit there.
She sure did.
You know what I don't trust? Amy Robach's statement that she made.
Yeah, I find that to be a little full of bunk.
Here's the thing. The stuff she said on TV when she didn't know she was going to be on TV and the stuff she said in her statement are slightly contradictory.
Yep.
And therefore, you can only believe one. Jim, are you going with statement or stuff she said on TV when she didn't know it was on TV?
It's a tough choice.
Yes.
But I have to go with stuff she said on TV when she didn't know she was on TV and she was angry, as opposed to statement to save her job.
Yeah.
I think stuff she didn't know she was when she didn't know she was on TV.
Jim, it might make it more interesting for radio if we were tied and had to go to a tiebreaker, but on this one, the vote is unanimous. Yeah, I would agree with you.
All right, so I'm heading Wednesday, Friday. I'll be in North Carolina Friday and Saturday night, and then in 3 weeks I'm in, or 2 weeks I'm in Philly. Finally back in Philly, do Helium, and then early December I'm in Caroline's here in New York. If you want to come see me.
Go see Jim Norton. It's a busy show today. We have Cypher Sounds coming in. We have Michael Rappaport making his successful return to Jim Norton and Sam Roberts.
I'm glad he comes on a lot. I enjoy him.
I like him. I think he's fun. Some people don't like him. Some people like him, but that's why I like him. He gets a reaction. He's polarizing. I like polarizing.
Yeah.
We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
We'll be back with more Jim Norton and Sam Roberts. Don't miss Ellis Mania 19 with Jason Ellis. Coming to Austin, Texas this Saturday, November 9th. A night of comedy and boxing with a must-see action-packed card.
Musical chair fight, the sumo fight, crab fight, twin fight, musical chair female, blindfolded dog collar fight.
And the main event, Jason Ellis takes on former pro skater Simon Woodstock.
This dude's gonna get fucking shit whipped.
Tickets available at outlawenergy.com. Outlawenergy.com. Ellis Mania 2019, Saturday night in Austin, Texas.
Hi, Amy Phillips here. On my show, you will hear up-to-date recaps of all shows on Bravo, from The Real Housewives to Below Deck. And now with the SiriusXM video, you get to see the best moments, too. Celebrity interviews with people like Luann de Lesseps, Tamra Judge, Carrie Brittingham, the new housewife of Dallas. Lots of features and really fun moments. It's like your backstage pass to Reality Check. I love it. Download the app or go online to see what you've been hearing with the SiriusXM video. To learn more, go to SiriusXM.com/more.
If you don't know your numbers, you don't know your business.
Meet Evan Goldberg, founder of NetSuite.
I had to learn that the hard way with my first company. That's why I started NetSuite. I needed to see everything that was going on with my business in one place. So we built the world's first cloud business system. And after 20 years, over 16,000 companies run their businesses on NetSuite. Everything you need to keep growing is in one place. Financials, HR, commerce, customer info, and more. NetSuite gives you the visibility and control you need to make smart decisions and grow with confidence. That's why companies who use NetSuite grow 3 times faster than the S&P 500.
Find out the rest of Evan's story and get your free guide titled 7 Key Strategies to Grow Your Profits at netsuite.com/sports. That's netsuite.com/sports for your free guide. 7 Key Strategies to Grow Your Profits. Go right now to netsuite.com/sports.
Look, 4 companies control over 80% of the meat industry in the United States, crushing the family farm and sticking you with sketchy meat. But together, we can fix this. I'm Lucinda, 8th-generation farmer and founder of Moink. We deliver grass-fed and grass-finished beef and lamb, pastured pork and chicken, and wild-caught Alaskan salmon direct to your door. Moink's animals are raised outdoors, and our fish swim wild in the ocean. We don't bleach our chicken like Big Ag or use antibiotics, hormones, or any other sorts of funk. With Moink, you're helping save the family farm, while your family dines like royalty.
Join the Moink movement today. Go to moinkbox.com/faction right now for free ground beef for a year. That's a pound of the finest ground beef on earth with every delivery for an entire year for free. Offer ends November 15th. Spelled moinkbox.com/faction. moinkbox.com/faction.
I guarantee you'll say, oink, oink, I'm just so happy I got moinked.
Ancestry DNA gives you much more than the places you're from. With precise geographical detail and historical insights, Ancestry DNA connects you to the places your story started. You could be from Sicily, Senegal, Sweden, or all three. Trace the paths of your recent ancestors and learn how and why your family moved from place to place around the world. No other DNA test delivers such a unique interactive experience. Ancestry DNA doesn't just tell you which countries you're from, but also can pinpoint the specific regions within them, giving you insightful geographic detail about your history. Now, Ancestry DNA can reveal even more hidden riches in your family history. Whether it's physical traits you can see or hidden traits you can't, your DNA holds even more information than you imagined. Visit Ancestry.com/comedy to start discovering your story today. Ancestry.com/comedy. That's Ancestry.com/comedy.
Dish Networks calls their TV installers service technicians. That's their official title, at least. But on the job, customers call them, shut up, no way. Why do they say that? Because the service technician has just shown them something they've never seen before. The new Dish voice remote with the Google Assistant button. See, with Dish, you tell your remote what you want to watch, poof, it comes on. But say the TV room is a little too bright or it's too hot. All those smart home things you have, yep. You can also control those with your voice remote. Dish loves to surprise people with new technology, so they love all the no ways they've been getting. But yes way, yes all the way now. Control your TV and home with Dish. Introducing the new Dish voice remote with the Google Assistant. Dish, tuned into you. Voice functionality requires internet-connected hopper, Google account, and compatible device. Google is a trademark of Google LLC. To learn more, dial 1-844-CALL-DISH, visit dish.com, or find a local retailer near you.
Sirius XM, Channel 103. Faction Talk.
Talking about erectile dysfunction isn't easy. Usually we just brush it off or blame ourselves, saying things like, I lost my mojo. Or we avoid it altogether with excuses like, I had a long day at work, or sorry, honey, I'm just not feeling it. You end up sounding like Tim from 90 Day Fiancé. It's embarrassing. But with Roman, it's easy to talk about it with a real doctor who can prescribe real medication. It's simple, it's safe, and it's totally discreet. With Roman, you can get a free online evaluation and ongoing care for ED, all from the comfort and privacy of your home. The doctor will work with you to find the best treatment plan. If medication is appropriate, Roman will ship it to you with free 2-day shipping. The whole process is straightforward and discreet. Getting started is simple. Just go to getroman.com/Teft and complete an online visit. Erectile dysfunction used to be tough to tackle, but now there's Roman. Complete an online visit today to connect with a doctor and take care of it. Just go to getroman.com/Teft to get a free online visit and free 2-day shipping. getroman.com/Teft.
Music is more than background noise. It is the soundtrack to our lives.
I can spend hours talking about a favorite song or a music memory or making top fives.
If you're like me, music is a part of everything that you do.
People don't stop looking for new music as they get older. They just have less time to seek it out.
From ABBA to Cardi B to Zeppelin and everything in between.
Conversations, stories, songs, concerts, and commentary on the music that helped shape who we are.
Sirius XM's volume, Channel 106. Music talk that rocks, pops, and rhymes.
One of the best aspects of ButcherBox is the convenience A box of 100% grass-fed beef, free-range organic chicken, heritage breed pork, and more shipped free right to your door? New customers can get a free turkey in their first box. That's right. ButcherBox is making the experience of cooking a Thanksgiving meal better. Get your turkey delivered to your door instead of dealing with long lines and crowded aisles at the grocery store. And like their beef, chicken, salmon, pork, and scallops, you know the turkey you'll be serving from ButcherBox was humanely raised the way it's meant to be, with no added hormones or antibiotics ever. Take some stress out of your holiday season. Sign up at butcherbox.com/Teft and get a free Thanksgiving turkey plus $20 off your first box. That's butcherbox.com/Teft for a free Thanksgiving turkey plus $20 off your first box. butcherbox.com/Teft.
For years, you've been thinking about LASIK. You've been talking about LASIK. So now it's finally time to get LASIK. Right now, LASIK Plus is offering LASIK starting at just $250 per eye. If you're nearsighted, farsighted, or even if you have an astigmatism, LASIK Plus can help fix your vision, starting at just $250 per eye. Our best price ever. So get rid of the daily hassles of contacts and glasses and enjoy the newfound freedom of LASIK from LASIK Plus. Call 844-343-2020 or visit LASIK250.com today and schedule your free LASIK exam. The LASIK Plus doctors are among the area's most experienced LASIK surgeons. So take advantage of this amazing LASIK Plus price today. Call 844-343-2020 or visit LASIK250.com. Results may vary. Restrictions apply. See details at LASIK250.com.
Is your Wi-Fi feeling old? I don't have the time for this! Does it buffer while you try to stream your favorite shows and movies?
Oh, buffering again!
Does connecting a new device slow it down?
Dad, the Wi-Fi stopped working.
Can it handle gaming, video calls, large file transfers? What about all at once?
Oh, no.
Maybe your Wi-Fi is old, but you can make it feel young again with Orbi Wi-Fi 6 from Netgear. Wi-Fi 6 is a whole new kind of Wi-Fi. It's the latest tech that gives you the fastest speeds possible, even as you connect more and more devices anywhere in your home. That means you'll be able to stream without buffering, eliminate lag while gaming, and connect more devices to your Wi-Fi than ever before. It's like upgrading your Wi-Fi to first class. If you're ready for the best Wi-Fi ever, you can get it today from Netgear and never worry about Wi-Fi again. Check out Orbi Wi-Fi 6 at netgear.com/best Wi-Fi. That's netgear.com/best Wi-Fi.
Did you know that Jim Norton and Sam Roberts are on social media?
There's a lot worse things they could be doing, apparently. Am I right or wrong? Right back to that.
Check them out at Jim and Sam Show on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram.
I really want to learn how to do all this and put up fancy pictures.
And listen to the show live Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. Eastern.
A lot of that is inappropriate content.
Well, you got to make people
way in.
Is he here? Travis, no? Oh, he's not.
Manny Fresh.
Of course, yeah. That's.
I think he is.
He didn't say man. He fresh.
Oh, okay.
Manny Fresh and the Birdman.
I don't care for this.
What?
I don't like rap songs that go and make that type of sound.
You're a hater.
I don't enjoy when rap songs do that. I
But
don't
it's
like
everything you want. You always say you hate that they rap about, like, how much wealth they have.
Sure.
He's rapping about having a quarter tank of gas.
I'm not saying his lyrics are bad. I don't know
He can't
what he's
pay his
saying.
rent because all his money's spent.
I'm only saying the style.
But that's okay.
I don't like that style of...
You're a difficult man to please.
No, I'm not.
Unless it's Sean Paul.
Love Sean Paul. I don't really love all his stuff. Just like a lot of it.
I mean, Big Timers are the shit.
This was... When this came out...
Crazy.
Hot.
Crazy.
And they did... what was the other
I'm
one?
a big LMFAO fan.
Oh, Get Your Roll On.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good one.
It's a great one. Are you kidding me?
Number one stunner. Damn, they got hits.
I mean, they were the scene. I mean, this was what, like, New Orleans sounded like.
They should have spelled it THYMERS, and they could have just said they were spicing.
Oh, Cash Money. Yeah, I wasn't going to run right past it. I said Young Cash Money.
What was
the record label?
Who was the guy that? Why am I drawing a blank? The guy that really.
I was
kinda
making
started-
a joke.
No, I know what you were doing. I decided to get my roll on and go right past it.
Jesus.
What?
You.
It's
didn't
bad.
Like, you didn't like it?
No.
You didn't get it.
No, that's it. Yep. You're like the Andy Kaufman of this show.
Travis, you like Big Timers?
No.
What?
No.
Why?
Just don't like it. Just.
Do you like that song goes like that?
I was never into that.
Women. Oh.
Yeah, that's
black music.
No.
Yeah.
Just like
He's trying to avoid saying
Travis
it,
doesn't
isn't he?
like them. That's right.
I wasn't into like Birdman, Master P, like Young Money, like none of that.
Who's the one? Oh yeah, Master P. He's the one that had the nephew Bow Wow.
Master P's son was Romeo.
Who's Bow Wow related
I think
to?
Bow Wow is related to Snoop. But I don't think they're actually...
You're right. I think so.
Snoop just endorsed him and said, that's my little nephew.
Okay.
Because Snoop used to just call everybody he liked his nephew. So I don't know if they're actually
No.
actually
Master P
related.
is the guy I'm thinking of. He's a New Orleans guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Always
yeah.
wore a suit.
Yeah. Master P was the head of the No Limit Soldiers.
He's kind of the one that's responsible for kicking off that Dirty South.
Definitely, he
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Make him say,
Na, na,
na. Master P's the
You like
shit.
that, Travis?
No, and all those albums had the same fucking cover.
Yes.
What was the cover?
They just all looked the same.
By the way, they're making t-shirts like that of everything now. I love that look. Early 2000s. They have either like money or flames or whatever it is in the background.
Yeah, it does. They're terrible covers.
With big semicircle, like word art font at the
None
top.
of that was for me.
I think it's awesome.
I'm more of a Shaggy guy, as we know.
Yeah, you're kind of a Herb.
What? You saying the Shaggy is Herb music?
If you like Shaggy, but you're not down with some, Dirty South hip hop.
How about if I don't like either?
Well, you're a hater.
Yeah, you're a boomer.
Already established that. You know what I mean? You're a hater.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I'll tell you what's awesome. I was on iTunes last night buying some Arnold Schwarzenegger movies.
They're all like $5.
I know. I bought
I like him.
Kindergarten Cop,
You didn't have these already?
Twins,
Why would you buy them?
$4.99.
Just watch them. Go on
First of all-
Netflix.
First of all, they're $4.99.
Second of all, they're not on Netflix. And third of all, I have a movie collection.
By the way, Netflix can suck my dick.
Oh my
How
gosh.
come they have
Oh, now you're mad about Netflix?
Terminator 2 but not Terminator?
Different distribution companies, probably.
I know
Different-
that, but get me one. They had John Wick 2 and not 1. They finally have 1, I think, now. Get me both.
When
buy
Travis
them on
just
iTunes.
said different distribution companies, was that like when you brought up the World Series and he was like, they're the two best teams in the league?
Well, different
sorry, I'm
distribution
just
companies is
giving you
probably not
facts.
even true.
He just made it up.
He did. It's James Cameron.
Different licensing deals, different. That's why,
There might be a song. Ma, ma, ma.
First of all,
song.
if you want to watch a
talking
movie,
about?
if you want,
It could be a music rights thing.
we have the rights to every piece of the movie except that one scene because the song.
Yeah, I don't know why.
It wasn't packaged in with the deal.
Why isn't it on Netflix?
That was a Wonder Years problem, but they don't do that anymore.
Right.
That's why Wonder Years wasn't on DVD for like 20 years.
Just the
They
theme
couldn't
song.
get and just all the songs. They
Oh
couldn't
yeah, it was
they couldn't
all commercial music.
They used so much commercial music on that show that they never made any digital rights deals or anything, and it was just way too complicated.
Because they didn't even make home video rights.
No,
because why would you?
Nothing
It's a
was-
Are they
television
on now
show.
or no?
It finally went on DVD, I think, like 5-ish years
Did
ago.
they work it out or take any of the songs out?
No, they worked it out. But I mean, it took a long.
What are some of the songs?
It's like every song from the 60s.
Yeah, songs from that era.
They were able to release the Wonder Years just as everybody stopped caring about DVDs.
Yeah. Exactly.
Nobody bought it.
That's right when they released it. Nobody was buying DVDs.
So why would you buy it?
Yeah, why isn't WKRP on DVD?
A lack of interest.
No, are you kidding me? Johnny Fever and
Yeah, no.
Lonnie Anderson's giant tits.
Yeah, it's on DVD.
Yeah, I'm sure it's
It
on
said
DVD.
the weird reason many of your favorite shows aren't on DVD.
That's an article from 2015.
Right, but it's only 4 years ago, so let's see it.
Only 4 years ago.
Yeah,
What was the reason? I still want to know.
I mean, the Wonder Years is on that list.
Yeah, that was before that woman
It's
had the
on-
Epstein story.
It's already on DVD. Yeah.
Like, things change.
She didn't even know about, Amy Robach didn't even know about Epstein when this article came out.
Yeah.
That's how old it is.
Oh, yeah, you know what? That was about a radio station, so it's probably a music issue, too, with the the physical media.
But it's not an issue anymore. It's an issue in 2015.
No, it's
For some
100%.
shit. Yeah, but I still want to. I want to.
So it's on DVD. Better yet, it's on iTunes. Just buy it.
Is it WKRP?
I'm sure.
In Cincinnati.
When have you ever sat at home and been like, oh, I wish I owned the entire series of WKRP in Cincinnati?
You got so many shows that you need to watch for the first
I've
time.
thought of that show a lot.
You haven't even watched Righteous Gemstones. You're talking about KRP
I don't
in
care
Cincinnati.
about that. I want to watch
Stop misbehaving.
Succession.
Succession's amazing.
I've heard mixed reviews about Righteous Gemstones.
Righteous Gemstones is fantastic.
I've heard that, but I've
Incredible.
also heard it was okay.
I'm going to watch it again.
Succession, everyone has said is good.
Succession is great.
That what I want to see.
Yeah, Succession is a lot of fun. It's really good. But Righteous Gemstones is an uproarious comedy. It's different from Succession.
I don't.
It's a laugh riot.
Yeah,
It is.
I don't
It's a laugh
enjoy.
riot.
I'd rather watch a drama than a comedy.
What about it? Well, Succession is, at times, it veers off into dramedy.
That's all right.
Okay.
Everyone has said how great it is. It's like
It's
I've
really
heard
great.
it from enough different sources.
Yeah.
So wait, you hate Netflix because they didn't have Terminator?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't hate them, but I mean, it's just.
You did
I'm upset.
cocksucker them.
Yeah.
That's all right. I'm a part of the Netflix family.
Yeah, you got upset with them, you got upset with the big timers. It was just one after the other. It felt like a lot.
Because the second best Terminator wasn't on there.
Terminator
No, but
1?
you got to watch them in order.
Yeah. You don't have to watch them in order.
Yes, you do if you haven't seen them.
You haven't seen Terminator?
I have.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying, if you haven't seen them, you have to.
Sure.
Now, do you...
Part 2 is better.
That's the best.
Did you watch the new one that's in theaters? That
No, but I
made
will
30
see
million
it.
bucks?
Even though it didn't do well, I still want to see it.
Why?
Just because I like Arnold and I like him in that role.
Are you excited, Travis?
I'll see it. I mean, it really...
There's just so many Terminator movies.
I don't care about her being there.
And that's why it
Yeah.
bombed, because there's been so many bad
Nobody
ones.
cares.
But everybody a lot of people that reviewed it said, it's the third best.
Cool.
Arnold went away
It's
for
the best
so
one
many
since the
years,
second.
and no one cares that he's back doing action
No,
movies.
people are
Too
really...
much time passed.
They were like this. Okay, boomer.
Now he's
You know what I
really
mean?
old. Yeah, was he 70? Like,
He's getting up there. I watched a video. I think GQ put it on their YouTube channel. It's like a 25-minute video of him going through all of his classic roles.
Mhm.
It's just so fucking amazing.
he's one of the greatest ever. I loved what he did. The first movie he did when he came back after doing after being governor, which was it called Maggie? What was the name of it?
Is that the one that he came in for?
He came in to promote.
The zombie. Like, I love that movie. I thought he was really great in that. It was
I
so
don't think
weird
I
and different.
I didn't watch it.
It was actually really good. I think a lot of people didn't care about it, but when
It was also a very independent movie.
yeah, low budget, I'm sure, but I thought he was awesome in that.
I was looking at his $4.99 movies
Maggie,
yesterday. Because it was like most of the older Arnold movies were $4.99. It was just an Arnold sale because Terminator came out. And like the run that he went on both in action and comedy
Incredible.
is unheard of. I mean, even The Rock can't compete with it.
Incredible.
Like, I think, so I bought 3 yesterday.
Is there a bigger movie star? I mean, there might be more, but like...
Maybe Tom Cruise.
I wouldn't even say Tom Cruise.
But
they
maybe
said him
not.
and Stallone were always competing. Like, it was always Stallone.
Arnold's
Maybe-
iconic. Tom Cruise is not iconic.
No, I think he is.
I'd
I
say
think
Tom
he-
Cruise is iconic.
Absolutely.
I don't, all right.
Tom Cruise? Yeah, he is.
Yeah, but I guess.
Sure he is.
Yeah, I think
Not
Tom
as
Cruise
much
is
as Arnold,
iconic.
though. Arnold's a name. You can just say Arnold.
You could say Tommy C.
Okay, you could say Tommy C.
Yeah. That's
You
Tom
could say
Cruise.
the Cruise Man.
Yeah, that's true.
Schwarzenegger,
Yeah, so he that's what it was really striking me yesterday as I was going through his movies was that the run that he had both in comedy and action. It was what I got yesterday was because it was all comedies, which struck me. But it was Kindergarten Cop.
you ever see Twins?
It was Twins, and it was one other one. What was-
Jingle All the Way?
No, I already owned Jingle All the Way.
Last Action Hero?
It was Last Action Hero.
There you go.
That was the
that a
third
comedy?
one. I mean, you watch it as a goof now. Yeah, I
True
bought
Lies. Fuck,
an incredible run.
I bought Last Action Hero, Kindergarten Cop, and Twins to go with Jingle All the Way that I already had. But then you're looking at it, and Commando is there, and True Lies, Predator,
3 Terminators.
Yeah, I mean, at one point, Schwarzenegger and Stallone were competing, but that competition's over.
Oh yeah,
it is. But don't forget, the Expendables were huge movies for Stallone
and Schwarzenegger. Wasn't he in one of them?
One of them, yeah. But I think the franchise existed before him. Also, I think. Fucking, of course, the Rambos, the Rock. Stallone's had an amazing run.
Amazing run. I'm not taking anything away from him, but he's not Schwarzenegger level.
Arnold. No,
he's not as far off as you think.
He's iconic too.
He's not as far.
He's not close to Schwarzenegger.
Look at lifetime gross. See if you can see lifetime gross between Stallone.
Lifetime gross.
Oh, the Running Man. Fuck.
Yeah.
Lifetime grody.
Here's what happened.
Junior.
Well, I don't know.
Come on, just don't insult anybody. Just look it up.
What?
Like.
No, I know what you thought.
Arnold did Kindergarten Cop, and Sylvester Stallone did Stop or My Mom Will Shoot.
Not a good one. Not a good one.
That's the thing. Like, Stallone was not able to transfer out of action.
Yeah, he was not good in comedies.
He couldn't do it.
Because he's a lug.
He tried.
Yeah.
Couldn't do it. Arnold did. He was lovable.
But
I bet Stallone might win box office just because those Expendable movies. Arnold hasn't had a massive hit in a long time.
Also,
take out the papers in the trash.
Money.
Yeah, that's one of the best movies.
It's fucking
so fucking good.
Hilarious. I hope they remake it. I want to know box office totals because the more Rocky. I mean, Stallone has had more iconic characters. Rocky and Rambo. He's got 2 of the most famous characters in movie history. Are him.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Tonight is your night, bro.
This is a couple years old though too.
Okay, lifetime gross. Stallone with a lifetime gross of 1.8 billion, narrowly beat Schwarzenegger's 1.7 billion.
Now Schwarzenegger stepped out of acting for a long time too.
Yeah,
he went into politics, so he gave
8
Stallone
8 years.
8 years.
But let's be honest, most of this is before.
Yeah, in those 8 years, I don't know what Stallone was
For
reckoning.
both of those guys, when Arnold entered, then again, the Expendables were big.
And, the Rocky franchise is the Rocky franchise. And he's also getting credit, which I don't know if he should. Stallone's getting credit in that box office, I'll bet, for the Creed movies.
Well, sure he is.
Which, nobody's going to see that for Stallone.
No, but they're still his and his creation.
That's true.
Yeah, people went to the first one for him.
Yeah, and he was great in the. What was the Rocky where he was like, he was sick and he was old, like
Rocky Balboa?
Yeah,
like the last Rocky movie.
Wasn't it just Balboa?
No, I think it was Rocky Balboa.
Okay,
but it was enjoyable. I like that.
He was also good in fucking the one Copland. Stallone was great in.
Remember when at the end of Rocky when he gave the speech and he ended the Cold War?
Because if we could get along with yous, yous could get along with us. Yeah, it was great.
It was good. It was good stuff. Look, I would never. Stallone is the man. I just think ultimately, when you look at those two, I think Schwarzenegger definitely beats him out.
Absolutely, he's an icon.
So is Stallone.
Arnold is one of.
Yeah.
I mean, the last.
Action hero?
Yeah, I didn't want to say that. But I mean,
Get back in the movie, Danny!
Who's more of a movie star than he is?
Clint Eastwood?
No. I mean, like, Clint Eastwood was before Arnold, you know? Like,
he's also 80-something directing.
Yeah. No, but I mean, like, he's the last of...
The Mohicans?
Yeah. Yeah.
The Rock's around.
The Rock's
not.
Schwarzenegger.
The Rock is massive, but he's not. He's not doing movies that are iconic. Like the things The Rock does are really entertaining, but they're not things like the Terminator.
He could get there, but he's not anywhere near.
He needs something
Arnold or Sly just yet.
Oh, he's doing. I mean, like the Jumanji. He does fucking massive films, but he needs something like a role like. That's not as lighthearted, like something like
Scorpion King.
That's not the one.
No, Terminator.
Tooth Fairy.
No, that's not the one. That's his Kindergarten Cop.
Not as good as Kindergarten Cop.
Kindergarten Cop is iconic.
I don't know if I've seen that maybe once.
I'm a cop, you idiot.
So good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good question. Tom Cruise and Stallone and Schwarzenegger.
Those are definitely icons.
All in the same. level for different reasons.
I guess maybe Arnold's just my favorite, so I put him higher.
He's mine too out of those guys.
Yeah. I'm so glad he came in.
Money!
That's
Yeah.
like my favorite photo I've ever gotten.
Yeah, mine too. And Dummy Rock made me too close. Thank God I could crop that because it was slightly blurry.
The Rock might be the last like movie star on that level.
Vin Diesel.
The Rock might be the last movie star on that level.
How much has he made lifetime? He might have made more than
I mean, he's done incredibly
it's a different,
well.
It's a different game now.
Oh,
You know, Jim, the economy, you have to really factor in the economy.
Well, if you adjust for inflation.
I'm Travis, and I'm a dork.
$1939.
Yeah. You know, technically, the highest grossing film with inflation is different.
Yeah, it's Gone with the Wind. Is it?
I'm watching The Little Mermaid.
You watched it too.
Exactly.
Yeah, because you told me to.
Exactly. Meanwhile, your mouth is a little spermade.
The thing about the World Series is it's the two best teams in baseball.
Thanks for the insight,
I mean, how
dickhead.
many Fast and Furious movies has The Rock been in? So he'll get credit for that, right?
I think he's been in 4.
Yeah.
Was he in the best one?
Yeah, 5. Fast 5.
I was talking about Tokyo Drift.
He gets 25
Rob, you're with me,
million
right?
film.
Fast 5?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, of course he's gonna, come close already.
Ew.
It's just the way he is.
It's disgusting.
Plus, he's got a French bulldog.
Do you know what his lifetime...
I don't know if you guys know this, but The Rock has a French bulldog.
You know his dog's name?
What?
Hobbs.
Is it really?
Mhm.
Is that his name in the movie? Is he Hobbs or Shaw?
He's Hobbs.
Oh.
No, he named it after Jason Statham.
I think he'd be cool, because then people could come over and they're like, what's your dog's name? And he'd be like, Hobbs, I'm Shaw.
That'd be cool.
You know, it's like having the movie in your house. Do we know what his lifetime...
He's worth about $280 million. That's my guess.
You read that in the article.
Oh, is it in there? I didn't even see it.
Oh. Do you know what his lifetime gross is in the theaters? What his movies have made?
I'm going to guess.
No, I don't want his net worth.
1.6 billion.
In 2008, 18 here in that. But what's the lifetime gross of Dwayne Johnson?
Actually, you know what? Over 2 billion. He's over 2 billion. I'm going to say over 2 billion.
His movies always do well.
Always do well.
Except
worldwide.
Baywatch.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's going to have a bomb here and there.
Rock's movies have earned $3.93 billion. You know what we forget about? Moana.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
Like, it's just totally different for him.
The Rock
Yeah,
is...
he's got more kids' movies.
By the way, why is there a picture of Samuel L. Jackson next to The Rock?
Is it because the movie The Rock, was he in that or no?
No. Well, I mean, I didn't know, but they're not talking about that. It says the man
the
known
man known
as
as The Rock is Samuel Jackson. It's funny.
Samuel L. Jackson. Oh.
He is one of in one of the highest grossing film careers of all time.
I think he is the highest.
Is he the highest?
Yes.
Because of a couple of the things. What has he done that's so massive?
I mean, he gets credit for all the Marvel movies that his characters appeared in. He gets credit for Phantom Menace.
Do you get credit for Snakes on a Plane?
He does get credit. That's the number one.
He does get.
Do you get paid in hype?
Yeah.
Okay, because
that's why he's number one.
If they get paid in hype, then Snakes on a Plane did very, very well. If it's money, no.
No, but I believe I read an article last year when Captain Marvel was coming out that he is the highest grossing.
Yeah, because
actor
he gets credit for. I guess that they have to give you credit if you have a certain position.
What a great career to be like the highest grossing actor and in the most movies that nobody is going to see you. Everybody likes you, but nobody's going to see the movie because of Samuel L. Jackson. Like, there's a handful of movies that you're like, I'll go to that Samuel L. Jackson. Like, I think he stole the show in Pulp Fiction. You know,
Jungle Fever.
Jungle Fever.
It's great in Jackie Brown.
Jackie Brown.
Yeah.
And then Snakes on a Plane. But other than that, I mean...
Jackson is ranked as the highest all-time box office star with over $7.1 billion.
Like, he gets all the Goodfellas money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Spider-Man.
All the Coming to America.
But
Coming to America.
Let me ask you,
Goodfellas.
Do you count though? Oh, you're right. But do they count you in those when your part is below a certain level?
Yeah, they're just counting movies.
Movies you were
like
in.
What
and
movies
money
has
did
he
they make.
been in?
Okay.
And what are the grosses of those movies?
Oh, he was on the show Ghost Rider. We were talking about that earlier this week.
Wow.
He also, I mean...
Oh
just
my God, The
works
Exorcist
nonstop.
3.
Yeah, he works nonstop. So that helps.
I love The Exorcist 3. It's one of the most underrated films ever.
Jurassic Park.
It's definitely not rated well.
You're right, Jurassic Park, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hold on to your butts. He's great in that.
Unbreakable. Glass.
Glass didn't make a lot of money, did it?
Nah, it made like $1 million.
Was it made a lot?
It did not make a lot, no.
Okay.
People say Glass was a real turkey. And, oh no, he's not in the end of Split. Bruce Willis is. That counts as Bruce Willis.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Bruce Willis was supposed to be like the next Arnold, Sly type person, but he's not even close.
No, but he's
great.
had a great career.
He's had a great career. He's amazing. He's awesome. But he's not close to
He
that
hasn't done
level.
much after Cop Out. He's done movies.
He did the Death Wish remake.
Yeah.
And he did...
Exactly. No one cares about that.
I know, but he probably thought they would. He didn't know.
You
He was
don't
like,
need
Eli
to
Roth is doing Death Wish again. We're getting super gory.
You
And
don't need to remake it. You don't need to remake a Bronson fucking film.
But
Don't ever remake Dirty Harry.
Nobody under 40 is watching Bronson movies.
But you don't need to remake them. Remake something that...
Or just tell a new story.
Tell a new story. Come on.
You could just tell a new story.
Believe in Jesus, you're going to meet him. It's so great.
I didn't hear that line because I've only seen the Death Wish remake.
Part 2?
Part 2.
You see Death Wish 2? The guy with the long hair, and he's like, "Do you believe in Jesus?" And the guy's like, "Yes, I do." Like he thinks he's getting off.
No, I've never seen that movie.
I think I've seen one Charles Bronson movie.
I've seen a Charles Bronson movie. It's great.
You know, hold on, watch that. You never saw this?
Let's see.
Just fast forward to when he gets to the guy.
You and you out, not you.
Oh, not him. You'd think they would have stopped him by now. It's already the second movie.
You hear the rats.
I think that's Foley.
Yeah. But isn't it silly?
It's great. What happened to that guy's eyebrows?
You believe in Jesus. Sucker. Well, you're going to meet him.
Oh, that guy's...
Come on, who doesn't like Charles Bronson?
You know what I love about movies like this in the 70s? I love the pacing and the timing. I love that it's nice and slow. I like
no
that.
one's in a rush to get anywhere.
I love it.
No one's in a rush, and he shoots him immediately. The guy makes a face and then just gets shot in the chest.
You know what's a good Charles Bronson movie?
Kinjite.
I wasn't going to say Kinjite, but there's a good movie. Look up Charles Bronson.
Mr. Majestic.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. Mr. Majestic. I was going to say look up Charles Bronson, Watermelon Farmer. Mr. Majestic is great. You remember that one?
Yep. It's many years since I've seen it.
He plays Mr. Majestic. He's just a watermelon farmer. All he wants to do is plant his watermelons. It's a great metaphor. Just leave me alone. Let me plant my watermelons, and that's it. And these people keep fucking with him. They're stealing his watermelons. They're harassing his woman that he loves. And they won't leave him alone.
Jill Ireland, I think he was married to.
If they would just let him plant the watermelons, everything would be fine. But they won't. So now he's got to spend the movie going and killing everybody. Why? So he can just get back and plant his watermelons.
What year was this? 1974.
It's great. I love Mr. Majestic.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in so long.
Kevin Undergaro recommended it to me one day, and I found it, and I was like, let me watch this Mr. Majestic. And he goes, Sam, it's great. All the guy wants to do is plant his watermelons. Just let him plant his watermelons.
Have you seen the original Death Wish?
Yes.
With Jeff Goldblum?
Yeah. Yes. I don't know it like I know some other movies, but I mean like that. I hope Jeff Goldblum primarily talks about that on his new Disney show.
On Opie and Anthony, when they were playing Goddamn Rich Cunt, when they were playing that clip. Do you remember that day where they just kept playing the clip over and over again? And I was laughing like a 6-year-old.
Because he was saying such dirty words.
But it was so constant. It was replayed when it wasn't needed.
Yeah.
Every time a woman would talk on TV.
What's such a good soundbite?
Yeah. Oh my.
Yeah.
Rich Cunt.
Yeah.
It made me laugh so fucking hard. Kill rich cunts.
Yeah, man. So I got to go and explore the works of Arnold last time. I'm gonna have a very Arnold weekend, I think.
Excuse me. Yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, I love him too. I want to see him do more movies like Maggie. Do so. I don't need to see you running around with a cigar, shooting everyone.
I'm okay if he doesn't do any more movies. He just goes around talking about his old ones. Hey, how great is Twins? Right you are, Arnold. Let's chat about it. Hey, how great is Kindergarten Cop? Yeah, you found that guy with the long hair, didn't you?
Play an older gay man.
You want Arnold playing
Do
older game man?
anything.
What, the Jim Norton story?
He's too muscular. But do something that we don't. That's why I always wanted Eddie Murphy to do something different than what he did. Like, because he's such a good actor.
You watch Dolomite yet?
No, I want to see that.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's good.
Is it great or pretty good?
I think it's pretty good. It's
Is Mike Epps in that?
I think he is.
I love Mike Epps.
It's a little polished, that's all. It's a happy movie. It's a, you know what I mean? It's a little polished.
But Eddie's good.
Eddie's great.
Oh, good.
Eddie's great as Rudy Ray Moore. There's titties and kung fu and humor in it.
Yeah.
You know, you watch this guy. It really, I mean, especially you like Rudy Ray Moore in that whole era, right?
Sure.
Yeah. How do you not?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I think you'll enjoy it. It's not a difficult watch. You know what I mean? It's an easy watch. Cypher Sounds just walked in. I'm sure Cypher has seen the Dolomite movie on Netflix.
Hello.
You seen Dolomite?
You just jump right in?
Yeah, of course.
Have you seen it?
I have not.
Oh, come on.
I didn't know there was homework.
No, we
It's
didn't
just
either.
disrespect to Rudy Ray Moore.
No, I want to watch. Here's
You
what I've
want
been
to
doing
watch it. It's
Hi.
right there on your TV.
Hi, my name is Cypher Sounds. I'm here on the show. Here's what I've been doing lately.
Tell me.
I've been trying movies and TV shows I really want to watch.
Yes.
I've been waiting to watch them on my TV with the surround sound instead of watching it on my damn phone on a plane.
So you got to wait until you have a couple hours undisturbed.
To enjoy it.
To really enjoy
I get
certain
that.
things.
I get that.
I watch The Office or Arrested Development, funny stuff on a plane or in my car, but I want to watch TV shows, good ones.
For the sound effects, to have like that boom, like for the Golden Girls. I want that in surround sound.
Yeah.
So you can get lost in it.
There's nothing like hearing an old Nordic story from Rose.
Right.
If you don't have the surround sound.
Right,
You know?
right. You're not in the kitchen with them.
How about, we were just talking about Charles Bronson.
Yeah.
Were you a big Charles Bronson fan?
Yeah, I was actually. Why?
No, the reason we
Because
just.
Jim was, and I was talking about how great Mr. Majestic was.
And a lot of these guys
and-
are not a big Charles Bronson because they're younger.
I haven't seen anything from Charles Bronson in a while.
I mean, there
wonder if
hasn't been anything
No,
from
I
Charles
mean even
Bronson
the
in a
old
while.
stuff.
Yeah.
I wonder if it holds up.
I mean, it's you can appreciate it in a nostalgic way.
Yeah.
But like, if you put it in a theater now, people would go, "What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
This is boring."
I wonder if it holds up.
The Charles Bronson stuff, some of it
Yeah.
does. I mean, some of it's a little cheesy, but you know, like the line, because you're gonna do it, like that, the punchline and the shot, like
Yeah.
Too many films have ruined that. Like the worst ever is fucking Stallone and Kurt Russell in
Dog Day Afternoon.
No, that was that was a weird comedy. What was the Kurt Russell fucking where they're escaping from jail? It's so bad.
Yeah.
Escape from Los
Snappy
Angeles.
patter, like the snappy patter they write.
Con
It's-
Air.
It was
Shawshank Redemption.
Shawshank.
not Shawshank. Kurt Russell,
Oz.
Stallone.
Jailhouse Rock.
I know the movie. I can't think of
Can you look up Kurt
Sylvester-
Russell
Demolition Man.
and Stallone?
Oh, and
it. Don't you have
Stallone.
guys on this?
Yeah, he's
Where's the
looking-
research guys?
I mean, we have really very bad research guys. I'm sorry to say,
He
Syph.
hears-
We're
he hears us
embarrassed.
struggling, and he's like,
He's struggling.
just on
Ah,
the-
right.
Spelling.
Tango and Cash.
Tango and Cash,
Of
of
course.
course.
What
Tango
a
and Cash.
fucking sock of shit.
Was it a full
That
sock
was
of
a
it?
wet sock of shit.
What sock? Well, I mean, what's wet? The sock or the shit?
Both.
But that's when Sylvester Stallone was trying to be kind of likable and, you know, kind of trying to do what Arnold was doing.
They were doing snappy banter, and it made me nauseous.
Only Arnold could pull that off.
Even when it came out, or when you look back,
Hated it in the first moment I saw it. I was like, "This is fucking shit." Yeah, again because they do it. Are they doing Tango and Cash again?
I hope so. It's about time.
Is that what? Maybe a TV show? It needs a reboot.
I think we should remake everything.
It really doesn't.
I think remakes are.
Who are reboots for? Like, if you love the show back in the day,
Right.
you're never gonna like the new version, and then
If you didn't, you don't really want.
you don't even know it was a thing in the past. So what is it for?
It's the writers because they can't come up with anything creative or good,
Right.
and they want something they think is going to be a sure thing to sell the studio.
I'll
Right,
tell you
so-
though, I'm all about that Halloween sequel. I saw the teaser for it.
Is it
Of
a
course,
new
I
one?
thought they killed him again.
Yeah, you thought so, didn't you?
Oh, so
Are they rebooting it or
No,
is it-
they No. Well, here's what I like what they did with Halloween. That
Hated it.
It wasn't technically a reboot because the new one that they came out with last year was a sequel to the first one. So they basically restarted the universe.
What is
they
this?
wiped out the sequels.
What is this that they're doing?
Part 2 was good. The original Part 2 was great.
It was good. The rest of them are
how
not
are
good.
you doing sequels to the things that already had sequels, but then you go, no, we don't like 4.
Isn't it funny how seriously we take it when it's about a man who can't die? Like, I'm taking it seriously, too. Like, what the fuck? That town didn't...
It's string theory, Jim. Multiple universes occurring all at once.
But I realize what an asshole I am to care. Who gives a fuck?
No, that's true. Who
cares?
But the 2018 version was a sequel to the original. It's great. Jim is, we've discussed, a hater.
Not the same actors.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Right, Jamie Lee
She's
Curtis.
back.
She's only in the first one?
She's in no, she's in a ton of them. Yeah,
So then how is it?
but we don't talk about old shit.
And she's not the sister anymore. She's not his sister anymore.
But they acknowledge that. They go, no, that was just an urban legend. They were
Why
never brother and
wouldn't they?
sister because they found out they were brother and sister in the sequel.
Right, so...
And the sequel doesn't exist.
So stupid. It was a great twist.
How
That's
do
her
you
brother.
know? How are you watching that last year and know, oh, this is a sequel to the first one?
They do interviews. It doesn't tell you
I'm
that
very
in the movie. They did the interviews.
No, it tells you that in the movie. You know what it is.
Because the interviews. I would have no idea what's going on if I just watched the movie. What the fuck's happening?
No, because it says they reference the first movie, and then in that scene where they go, "We're not brother and sister," that was an urban legend. You go, "Oh, I guess Halloween 2 never happened."
All right.
No, it doesn't make sense.
All right.
So now they're making. Travis, is it 2 or 3 sequels?
2 more, right? There's Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends.
And
I thought
then-
it might be 3 sequels.
It
that
may
they're-
be 3.
And this is so erasing 2, 3, and 4 from back in the day. Just go 1 from back in the day.
Technically, they don't have to erase 3 because 3 existed into and of itself. That was
Nothing to do
Season
with
of the
Michael.
Witch.
Was that Michael Myers was not in that, right?
No, that was Season of the Witch. That's its own movie.
Right.
Not part of the series.
They were trying to franchise because the director apparently they said had never seen the first 2.
Yeah.
And they were trying to franchise the name Halloween into something. I don't even remember what happened in season of the. It wasn't a good movie from what I recall.
Some people like it now. People didn't like it because it wasn't Michael Myers. Because it wasn't Halloween. They figure we'll put a new Halloween movie out every year, but it'll be like an anthology. They don't
Right.
Like Black Mirror almost. We'll use the name, but not.
And it didn't work.
It didn't work.
Who was the villain or the evil, whatever, the monster?
I don't remember.
They were like little kids with masks that were. It was a whole thing. It was a whole thing.
I truly don't remember it. I'll watch it again, though. I'm curious.
But what we're ignoring to answer your first question is we're ignoring the original Halloween 2, Halloween 4, Halloween 5, Halloween 6, Halloween H2O, Halloween Resurrection, and the 2 Rob Zombie remakes. Those we're ignoring. Just those 8. But you don't even have to worry about them, Troy. We're ignoring those 8.
Troy sounded like an 80-year-old woman. That's too much.
Don't worry. We're ignoring those 8. You can watch Season of the Witch if you want. You don't have to. But we're ignoring the other 8. They don't have. They never happen.
They never happened.
No. And so then the new one in 2018 comes out, and John Carpenter made a movie called Halloween.
Yeah.
Then all these years later, they made a Halloween in 2018, and that was the sequel. And now they're making either 2 or 3 sequels to that sequel.
All I want to see is Adrienne Barbeau's fat tits. Speaking of John Carpenter.
Okay, well, Adrienne Barbeau is not in the Halloween.
No, but she was married to John Carpenter, and she had big fat tits.
I'm waiting for the image to come up on the screen.
You would like to see Adrienne Barbeau?
I don't know who that is.
Oh,
You don't. But I
wait
like
till you see her.
anything. I like anything with the description of big fat tits.
Wait till she was in Swamp Thing.
Oh, yeah.
She was.
I know who that is.
So sexy.
I never
She's
knew
like
her name.
She's like built for 80s B horror movies.
Dude, her fucking bra.
yes.
You know what it is? Her tits are bursting out of her bra.
Yeah.
You like
They
that?
burst out of her bra. Look at that.
As a young man, it must have been very titillating, yes?
I can't tell you how many fucking loads I scrapped to Adrienne Barbeau.
Yeah.
I fucking
love old 70s and 80s sloppy titties.
Yeah,
I love
the romps that would be on like fucking Showtime or the Movie Channel or Cinemax at like 1 in the morning were the best. I hate it when they mix comedy with it. Like the window washer doing goofy things. I like the slutty Emmanuel ones with a little lesbian stuff.
Pornography.
Black Emmanuel.
You like pornography?
No, it was softcore though. It wasn't hardcore porn.
Oh, okay. Skinemax.
Yeah.
What does she look like now?
Why would you ruin it for everybody, Syfe?
I know, you're right.
Why would you do
right,
that?
you're right.
Not fucking bad for how old is she? Like she's got to be 75. No, let me see. I'm gonna guess 71.
I like a I like a good
74.
Raquel Welch.
Today?
You love Raquel Welch?
She was before my time too.
You're a fucking racist. You know that? Because she has a little Latina in her. You don't like
I actually
her.
didn't know that.
It is a little racist.
What's up with your boy?
It comes across as
Hold
racist.
on, I
Jim.
did not know she had that. Now I hate her. No, she was always very sexy, but I always thought she was slightly overrated. Barbarella, what is that the name of the movie?
Yeah.
Was that Jane Fonda?
No, that's
No,
Jane,
Jane
Fonda.
Fonda.
You're thinking of
What's the one where she plays the cave lady with her big fat tits?
I can't. I'm seeing the cover. I can't think of
Right.
the name.
Jim always thought there was just a little something off about Raquel Welch, and then you
Yeah.
bring up the Hispanic thing. He goes, "Yeah, that's what it was."
Yeah, she's very sexy. I mean, but I guess it. Yeah, go way back. It's like the 67 or something, or 60. Hold right there. The oldest.
If you, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Sean in Denver, what's up, Sean?
Yeah, you know, with the whole reboots and how they retcon various timelines and everything like that, this is one of the reasons why I love and I appreciate the Rocky franchise. Because here you have a franchise that spanned 40-plus years, and they haven't felt the need to retcon or redo anything. Even the silly one, like Rocky IV, which is the silly cartoon one, they still acknowledge that one's existence and include it in the new canon. So that's why I appreciate
They
it.
do a good job, but they got real creative. Creed is absolutely just a Rocky remake.
And doesn't it not
They
work?
just got creative about how
That's what he's saying. He respects.
Right. Then instead
Stallone
of just
is
doing
still
a
in
straight,
it.
yeah.
They didn't do a black remake.
But that's what it is.
Yeah, but Rocky's in it.
What year does Creed take place?
Current day.
Okay.
Yeah.
What, he's supposed to be Apollo's son?
Thank you, Sean.
Okay.
Yes.
What year did Apollo die?
I love this theory.
Because it's bullshit.
Yes.
No!
How old is
Yes.
Creed supposed to be? Is he 41 and it works?
No, he's a young man. He's Michael B. Jordan. He's
Right.
He's
When
just
did
starting
you're
in
right.
Rocky 3. No, Apollo did not die in 3. That was Mickey. Apollo died in 4.
by the Russian.
What year was that?
When did Rocky IV come out?
Yeah, I did this math. It doesn't add up.
No.
I'm with you, Jim.
Workout drove me nuts.
Yeah,
No.
I'm with Jim on this one.
Let me see.
I'm like, Creed is my age.
85.
85.
95, 05, 15. What year did Creed come out?
Let's say 15,
2015.
2015.
So he's
Okay,
30.
so he would have been 30.
That's a stretch.
It's a stretch.
You
30
know, who
years
starts
old.
boxing at 30?
Well, no, he's 29. Because if Creed died,
Yeah, he
Apollo
could be
Creed died
29.
when she was pregnant.
It was
You know what I mean?
literally the last thing that he did. He fucked her and then he
fucked
died.
her the night before
That
the fight.
night, he
Yeah.
impregnated her.
Yeah, he dumped a load on the plane to Russia.
Yeah, we are stretching as far as we can. That night,
Right, 29.
That's where they blended reality a little.
he was conceived that night, so you could maybe even be 28.
No, you know what happened? They don't show it, but after the Russian kills him,
Yes.
Felicia Rashad runs out to the ring and bumps one last one into.
That's
Who?
true.
Felicia Rashad wasn't the original.
No, she's the wife in Creed.
In Creed,
I mean, the
yeah.
mom in Creed.
But they took out the original wife.
Maybe she's not that good of an actress.
What do you mean took her out?
She
It's not-
killed her? Carl Weathers' wife in the film.
Oh, I thought you were saying the Russians then, after
No.
the fight, went to her room and fucking killed her.
Maybe it was artificial insemination. Maybe she had Creed leave a semen sample,
Yeah,
just in case he got
Because he
killed.
says he never knew his dad.
Right,
Of course not. He couldn't.
right.
I love fucking. What's her name in that? She's so goddamn sexy. Bridget Nielsen.
In Creed 2, you got Drago's son,
Yeah.
but I guess he could have had that son way after.
Right, he's probably a
Because
little
he's still
younger.
alive.
He's still alive.
He didn't die.
What if?
Drago's
And this is not good at all.
Yeah, it was Drago's son versus Creed's son.
What if it's not really Creed's son?
Oh,
What if it's Bill
shit.
Cosby's son?
And it is Felicia Rashad.
And it is Philadelphia.
And then she's like,
Exactly.
she's like, did you ever see Rocky? I'm not even Creed's wife. I'm a Huxtable. It's Theo Huxtable is who he is. He's the half brother of Theo Huxtable.
That ever bothered you that the show was the Cosby Show, but the family was the Huxtable?
It bothered me a lot, actually.
That used
It's a
to
terrible
kill
name.
me.
It makes no sense.
I used to hate that.
Why do you call it the Cosby
Just call
Show?
it the Huxtables.
That's it. Everybody knows you. You don't need to put your name on it if you're going to change it on the show.
I mean, I guess now we're way more savvy with TV, but back then I guess they had to put the guy like
So you
Newhart,
could find
the
it
Bob
in the
Newhart
TV
show.
guide or whatever.
Yeah. But they also, back then, the name Cosby was big enough where you just knew people would watch it. It's Cosby.
But then
Of
the name
course.
it's like, I'm Bill Cosby. a.k.a. Cliff Huxtable. And you're like,
I didn't mind it, though. I know why I hate the name Huxtable, but I didn't mind it.
I think...
Was that show popular?
The Cosby Show? Not
yeah,
very.
It was pretty popular. No, it was pretty good.
Well, yeah. It did all right.
Boy, you know how bad these actors must be fuming that their syndication money went down the toilet?
Theo was really counting on that. Rudy really was like,
Poor Malcolm Jamal Warner, yeah.
Come on.
Rudy was like she was doing porn or something, right?
She was, yeah, because, and then now
Before Cosby Show?
No.
I think so.
You know what show is not popular?
What show?
My show, Laugh Mob Laugh Tracks, comes out this Friday, November 8th.
People are watching that show?
Nobody's watching it.
Laugh Mobs, Laugh Tracks. New episodes start airing Friday, 11 p.m. on True TV. Yep. And I'll tell you, you'll know it's on because you'll be sitting there and you'll watch 19 hours of Impractical Jokers, and then Syph will come on and interrupt your marathon.
Yeah, you'll watch all Impractical Jokers and you'll be like, this episode got a little dark. Oh, this is a different episode.
Yeah.
This is a different show. This got a little urban.
That's how I know about your show, because I watch my Impractical Jokers marathons.
Yeah.
And your commercials run like constantly through it.
I am famous just off of the commercials.
Right. Now, are you excited? Because I saw HBO Max comes out in the middle of next year.
Yeah.
And they got to deal with True TV.
Yeah.
So does that mean Laugh Mob's Laugh Tracks is going to be streaming on HBO Max?
Here's what I love about True TV. They don't tell me anything. And I respect that about them.
Okay.
They go, hey, shut up and host the show. And I go, you're right.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping,
idea.
that HBO Max looks good, man. And I hope, because they put some True TV shows on Netflix.
Right.
But I guess they'll take those down and put them on HBO Max.
HBO Max, because it's a Warner Brothers thing.
Yeah.
But you're sitting there, so you'll find out on Twitter if your show is going to be on that or not. Yeah, okay.
I mean, there was a big changing of the guards over at True TV, and one of my shows is one of the ones they liked and kept. So,
were you worried when the changing of the guards happened?
Of course.
Like, that's the end.
Yeah, I've been involved in so many mergers and changeovers of different companies I worked at. And it's like, it never works out well.
Yeah.
It never works out well. I left Hot 97, which was, I was there for 17 years. I thought I would never leave there. And then there was some changing and merging. And then it was like, all of a sudden, like,
did they give you proper notice?
No, it was a weird, long, drawn out thing. You've been involved in these things.
Yep.
Remember a different guy used to sit right there across from you?
No, we don't really remember that.
You don't talk about those days?
No, I blocked it out like a childhood molestation.
There was two different guys.
Wait, I don't remember that.
You got to go back. If you listen to old Patrice interviews, you'll hear Jim Norton in the background and then two other guys.
You did radio?
Really?
You did radio before this?
I met Patrice. I didn't know him well.
Yeah, no. I mainly found out about Patrice in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
He's great, though. He's very funny.
We did a gig together. He was from Florida.
You worked with him?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Good,
I forgot you guys are both comedians. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was one of those things. It was weird with you at Hot 97 because I would watch your progress and it felt like it was like, okay, a little bit this way, up.
I went to the top.
And then it was like, okay, we're going to switch things up. And that means, we're going to take you out of the top spot.
But it turned out to be a blessing, but at the time I didn't know.
Because you had to go and find your own way. You had to go find new shit.
Yeah, which I was already trying to find it, but I wasn't giving it 100% because I was still trying to get that paycheck.
Right. Plus you're tired. You
the paycheck is I don't know, it feels good to get that safe money.
Paycheck is great.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
When people get mad at you on the radio, they're like, yeah, you're just doing it for the paycheck. Yes, stupid asshole.
As they're complaining,
it's my job.
As they're complaining on their way to work.
That's always the funniest to me. Is, I guess the paycheck is, you mean the rent? The mortgage?
Jim,
it's important.
Are you saying you wouldn't come in here every day and talk on the radio with me for free while SiriusXM got subscription dollars? You wouldn't just do that?
Early in the morning.
Yeah, you wouldn't wake up and come in and hang out with me for 3 hours a day?
No, but meanwhile, these fucking the best part is that these dummies are all trying to do podcasts or shows online that they can monetize, but they fucking cry if you're doing something for a paycheck.
I saw one guy complaining. You know how the KFC commercials always has different comedians being the colonel?
Yeah.
And I saw one comic one night, and he was like, I think it was like in the early version, I think Norm Macdonald was one of the colonels.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, fucking Norm Macdonald shilling for a check. I'm like, yeah.
Why wouldn't you sell chicken for a check? What are you doing?
in a costume. No one even knows it. We only know because we're such super fans.
I mean, it's show business. Like, you're supposed to do things for money and then you can eat.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's the whole point.
Yeah. And like, also, the more corny commercials you do, the more freedom you have to do all your other stuff.
Right.
Can you do me a favor? I won't say the name. Can you write down who it was? I'm just curious. I won't say it.
I don't care.
I just want to see if it's no. I don't know. It's a private conversation. But I'm just curious if it surprises me.
Oh my God! I saw who it was.
No,
doesn't surprise you.
That doesn't surprise you?
No, but I mean, I doubt he would say that. It's not a big deal. We're not holding anything off from the audience. But I
just don't want to throw anybody under the bus.
Yeah, what's wrong with fucking Norm doing? Come on, who gives a fuck?
Nothing. It's what you
I
should
had to
be doing.
learn when I went into comedy. I had to learn that a lot of comics just complain all day long.
Yeah.
Now I realize they're kind of searching for material and bits and all that complaining.
Yeah, that happened to me recently on a first date. Sorry. It just happened.
So, like, in when you were in music and you were DJing, there wasn't that sort of like inner gossip ring happening all the time?
Oh, yeah. Has to
Yeah.
be.
I would think every industry has that sort of complaining, like,
No.
fuck this guy,
It's
but-
not as much complaining,
Right.
but there's a lot of gossip.
I see.
Yeah. I'm talking about comics complain over everything. Oh, the guy gave me 2 room keys. I gotta walk around with 2 keys now.
I always complain if I get 1 key, but yeah, you're right. It doesn't matter. We all have something.
There's something to complain about.
And then I was like, oh my God, these guys are so unhappy and upset. I was like, oh no, they're just
searching.
Keep pulling, trying to find something funny there.
Plus, you become trained in just vocalizing what you don't like because it's what your job. It's just the way you start to think.
I feel like sometimes you don't even know that you're doing it.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even know you're pulling for stuff. It's just how you're
That's
trained
what I'm
to
saying.
think.
I'm not saying they do it on purpose or
Right.
consciously.
Have you ever done it when you shouldn't do it? When you're like, I've done that, like when I'm like, this stinks. What is this? This stinks. And the girl's like, that's my pussy. Huh?
No.
Slang stink or literal stink?
Both.
It's weird that they both had up.
But yeah, you just kind of you just complain, don't even realize you're doing it.
Yeah.
I wrote this book on Gary Shandling.
Oh, let me see this book.
It's Judd Apatow's new Gary Shandling book.
Thanks. Told him I wrote it.
No, you're not Judd Apatow. Oh, this looks really cool.
You know, speaking of Halloween, did you hear what Jamie Lee Curtis said about her dad? She said she used to freebase with her dad.
She did it once.
Tony Curtis.
Yeah.
She did it once.
I mean, once is enough. I never freebase with my dad, and he's not Tony Curtis.
And she said that she watched, what was his name? He died of AIDS.
My uncle.
Your uncle?
My uncle Jesus.
Almost You?
No and no. Both
Died of
great
AIDS.
guesses.
Rock
Both
Hudson.
Excellent dances. No, he played, maybe he didn't have AIDS. I'm sorry. Oh, no, Tony Perkins.
I thought you were talking about Tony Burton.
No. No. He will.
Yeah.
Who's Tony Perkins?
Didn't he play Anthony Perkins? Didn't he play in Psycho?
Anthony Perkins, yeah.
Yeah.
Tony Perkins, yeah.
Oh, and come on.
Jim's in a business. Jim's in a business.
That's just how I remembered his name.
Jim introduced me. This is a true story.
Yeah, Tony Perkins.
Jim introduced me to Bob the other day.
Who's Bob? De Niro?
Yeah.
Yep.
I hate when people say Bob, and I also hate when people call Tony Soprano James Gandolfini Jimmy. Yeah, Jimmy's on set.
Jimmy Gandolfini.
But it's how it is though with
I
the
know,
guys
yeah.
like Robert likes to call himself Robert Kelly. I wouldn't call him Robert Kelly if it would save him from being executed.
But Jim, that's his branding.
Hey Bob. Hey Bobby. Dude, it's Robert Kelly. Is it? I don't know Robert Kelly.
He's lucky to get Bob. Usually you call him Stupid Bob.
Yeah, stupid Bob. But fucking Robert Kelly. I'll never call him Robert Kelly.
You won't, even if he says that's what I'm trying to do for, like, that's what I'm trying to
Literally,
brand
if
myself.
it would save his life, I wouldn't say it.
You don't get any joy in the fact that that's R. Kelly's name?
I get tremendous joy.
Yeah, you should
out of
just
that.
call him R. Kelly.
Yeah,
let's start calling Robert Kelly R. Kelly.
You never thought about going over to James Norton? People would take you a little bit more seriously that way?
No.
Really?
No, I haven't.
Stop calling you little Jimmy?
You should think about it.
By the way,
mature.
Sometimes when you're checking in and they have Jim Norton in the room and the fucking idiot behind the counter is looking at James and going, yeah, but this says... You always have to explain to people that Jim and James are the same name?
Dude, I've had to explain to people, like, at the front desk who have Samuel.
Yeah.
I'm like, what do you think Sam is short for?
And you have two first names. That's the annoying part.
Yeah, they're like, Robert. I'm like, no.
Yeah, the fact that they don't know one is like, how long have you lived? I could see if they were names that nobody heard, but Samuel, James.
It's like, yeah.
Yeah, but what about me? Mine's Cypher Sounds. Nobody ever gets that.
No, that's true. That's true.
I don't, like, today I went down and there was a car.
Is that how you check into a hotel? Yeah, do you have Sounds, Cypher?
I'm very famous in New York. I don't know if I told you. There was a car waiting for me today to bring me here.
Oh my god!
And on the window side it says Sounds. I'm like, why don't they send when you're anything to do with ID and like going into a airport or a hotel or checking a radio station, just put my real name.
Yeah.
Jesus.
They don't know it a lot of times. I don't know your real name.
Or they want to protect the brand.
Somebody who's arranging all this should go, oh, let me send him an email and get his real name.
I don't know your real name.
Luis Diaz. But you don't need to know. You're not booking me cars.
That's true.
If it was Jeff, it'd be with a G. That's the kind of guy I am.
That's true. That's our preference, actually.
We don't acknowledge JEFF.
No, we've discussed.
To me, that's the worst part of Epstein. That's how he spells his name.
That's right. We've discussed Jeff with a G many times. Many times. Yeah. So, Jamie Lee Curtis, star of Halloween 2018. She freebased with her dad.
I respect that.
You do.
And did coke with him, yeah.
My God.
She was fucking sexy back in the days.
She was. It says,
I love Tony Curtis, though, man.
Now I like him.
By the way, if you got a book coming out, and I don't know if Jamie Lee Curtis is promoting a book, I don't think she is, but this is the type of story you say in the interview. You don't say, oh, read the book. There might be a story about me freebasing with my dad. You just go, yeah, I freebased with my dad. Here's the story. And it's also in the book, but now buy the book.
Because people want to read more.
She writes, I knew my dad had an issue because I had an issue, and he and I shared drugs. She said in Variety's new recovery issue, I did cocaine and freebased once with my dad, but that was the only time I did that. And I did that with him. Wow. I had 6 siblings. I have 5. My brother, Nicholas, died of a heroin overdose when he was 21 years old. Jeez. So I guess there's substances running in the family, but I probably could have guessed that based on the fact that she was freebasing with her dad, famous actor Tony Curtis. So, man, didn't you have a pregnant prostitute once freebasing in your the dead grandmother's basement?
Yeah, she sparked up cocaine. Yeah, my friend my friend Larry and I got a prostitute.
A pregnant prostitute?
Yeah.
How pregnant? It was like showing.
Like the kid talked. It was way along. And when she sparked up a crack pipe, I was like, what the fuck?
Where was this?
My parents' house.
And was your grandmother, was she passed away?
She was in a box.
And you were in her basement remembering
where she used to live.
Yeah.
In the bed she used to sleep in.
How old were you?
I mean,
roughly
19.
Getting prostitute.
This is kind of like the NC-17 version of the film Milk Money.
Yeah, I was 19.
We should take a break.
Yep.
We have Michael Rappaport coming in.
We do.
Save us down.
Wait, I gotta leave?
You sticking around?
Yeah, no, you stay.
Can I stay?
I would like
What time
you
is
to
he
stay.
coming? Now?
He's coming after the break. I would like you to
He knows me. He's a fan of. He knows me.
I could guess. I mean, he's all about.
God, I hope he walks in and introduces himself. Hi, Mike.
No, Michael Rappaport is too tuned into hip hop to not know who Cypher Sounds is.
Yeah, he knows me.
Yeah. So then we'll have both of you, and it'll be like a family reunion.
Oh my God, I would love that.
It'll be great.
Do you know him?
Yeah, I met him.
Why did you ask that? We just spent like 5 minutes saying that they know each other, and then you go.
He said he knows me, meaning it could be he's familiar with my work.
Right. No,
how would he know he's familiar with his work if he doesn't know him?
Because he was on social media, or Michael could have referenced him at one point.
It means know of him.
Yeah.
Yeah. He knows me.
I wasn't sure if you knew him.
Yeah, I know him.
We're going to find out how well. That's going to be put to the test.
Okay.
Michael Rappaport is coming in after this. Don't forget, Fridays at 11 p.m. on True TV, Laugh Mob's Laugh Tracks.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Thank you very much.
We'll be back with more Jim Norton and Sam Roberts. And this is what happened on the last Jim Norton and Sam Roberts show.
See this photo I'm showing you right here, Jim?
Yeah, it's a sidewalk.
And what's on the sidewalk?
I wish it was your body.
No.
Chalk outline.
Then Travis and I would both be deceased.
You would miss us both terribly.
Yeah, so much.
What's on the sidewalk?
And plus, that would be 80% of your friends dead.
Jim Norton and Sam Roberts. Live weekday mornings at 7 a.m. Eastern. Faction Talk, Sirius XM 103.
The 2019 MLS Cup Final takes rivalry to a new level, and the drama is on Sirius XM FC. 2016, the Seattle Sounders, Toronto FC.
Under the crossbar, right down the middle, and Seattle will celebrate.
2017, revenge for the Reds.
Vasquez deflects it in. There's the insurance goal.
2019, the rubber match. The MLS Cup Final, Sunday at 1:30 Eastern on Sirius XM FC 157 and anywhere you are on the Sirius XM app.
How about that for aggressive? It's Thursday Night Football on Fox, NFL Network, and streaming live on Amazon Prime. What a throw! Derek Carr leads the Raiders. Touchdown against Phillip Rivers and the Chargers. He makes it look easy. And an AFC West showdown. Going for it all. Wide open. Thursday Night Football on Fox, NFL Network, and streaming on Prime Video.
You've got stuff to do. Work is busier than ever, and you're running on willpower and coffee fumes. But what if you could get help finding software faster than you could order your favorite latte? And what if you could get that help for free? Now you can with Software Advice. We simplify your software search by helping you find the right software for your work needs in 15 minutes or less. It's easy. We connect you with a personal software advisor who specializes in software for your specific industry. Your advisor learns about your needs and helps you narrow down your top software options in minutes so that you can make a smart, risk-free choice for your business. And even better than a latte, it's 100% free. Take the stress out of your software search with Software Advice. There's never been an easier or faster way to find software. Go to softwareadvice.com to be matched with your personal software advisor for free today. That's softwareadvice.com. Softwareadvice.com.
America is a special place. It's a place where we work for what we want and speak up for what we believe, where we have the power to change the course of our nation and the world. Every 4 years, we make a choice for ourselves, for our families, for our future. We do something most people across the globe only dream of. Democracy 2020. It's in your hands. Fox News. America is watching.
The Center for Disease Control says sitting is the new smoking. That's ridiculous. How can you quit sitting? You can't, but you can do it better. I'm John Cleese, and I want you to visit backstrong.com and see the gold star rated ergonomically designed chair created by my dear doctor friend, Dennis. I'm sitting in one now, and it's amazing. It moves like a swing, seriously. You have to see this with your own eyes at backstrong.com. It cradles you, makes it impossible to slouch, you see, and that means you gently strengthen your core, you increase circulation, you relieve discomfort, and you have more energy and flexibility. So visit backstrong.com and enjoy $100 off your order today.
Use the promo code FACTION.
Hey, one of the best aspects of Butcher Box is the convenience. A box of 100% grass-fed beef, free-range organic chicken, heritage breed pork, and more, shipped free right to your door? It doesn't get any easier. With Thanksgiving right around the corner, things can get stressful if you're hosting. Butcher Box can help. New customers can get a free turkey in their first box. That's right. Butcher Box is making the experience of cooking a Thanksgiving meal better. Get your turkey delivered to your door instead of dealing with long lines and crowded aisles at the grocery store. And like their beef, chicken, salmon, pork, and scallops, you know the turkey you'll be serving from Butcher Box was humanely raised the way it's meant to be, with no added hormones or antibiotics ever. Take some stress out of your holiday season. Sign up at butcherbox.com/Teft and get a free Thanksgiving turkey plus $20 off your first box. That's butcherbox.com/Teft for a free Thanksgiving turkey plus $20 off your first box. butcherbox.com/Teft.
On the 17 Weeks podcast, NFL stars give their raw and unfiltered opinions on issues they don't discuss in press conferences, like Jalen Ramsey wanting out of Jacksonville.
Called my agent and said, my time is up here in Jacksonville. I said, I want to ask for a trade.
The Jets' Le'Veon Bell defending his QB from ghosts.
The whole soundbite thing, I think they did sound wrong simply because maybe they don't fully understand what he meant.
New episodes drop Thursday on the Sirius XM app. Just search 17 Weeks.
Are you a business owner who needs working capital to help grow and support your business? Do you know where the money is going to come from? Have you been turned down from a local bank? If you need working capital and need it now, call Capitus. We provide up to $1 million in alternative financing to retailers, restaurants, hotels, and hundreds of different types of businesses. Unlike getting financing through a bank, our unique financing services are very flexible, with repayment plans customized to meet your needs. Our underwriting is extremely fast, allowing approval in as little as 1 day. It's totally stress-free. If you've been in business for at least a year, have an annual revenue of $150,000 or more with a minimum credit score of 550, pick up the phone and call now for a free no-obligation consultation to see what you qualify for. Dial 800-950-3788. 800-950-3788. That's 800-950-3788.
Can somebody help me? I think my air conditioner's dying.
Nurse, I need a compressor and a condenser coil. Stat.
Sounds serious.
Doctor, it's losing pressure, and the blower motor is unresponsive.
Sounds expensive.
That depends. Do you have an American Home Shield home warranty?
No.
Well, then I'm afraid I have some bad news.
Before your next home system and appliance breakdown, be sure you call American Home Shield. We help cover the cost when major components of up to 21 home systems and appliances die. Either we'll come to your home and repair them or we'll replace them, no matter their age, including your AC, washer, oven, electrical, and plumbing. For a free quote, call 1-800-700-4350. Be sure your budget's protected. Be sure with the Shield, American Home Shield. For a free quote on flexible plans to meet your needs and budget, call 1-800-700-4350. That's 1-800-700-4350.
Limitations and exclusions apply. See plan for details.
The following is a public notice for people suffering with fibromyalgia symptoms. Researchers from the University of Illinois College of Medicine have developed the first definitive blood test for the biomarkers of fibromyalgia. Those who test positive may qualify for an FDA-approved clinical trial of a breakthrough symptom-eliminating treatment. Previously, a fibromyalgia diagnosis could not be confirmed. Test. If you test positive, you could be among the first to receive a breakthrough treatment formulated to eliminate all fibromyalgia symptoms. Space is limited, so go to fmtestnow.com. That's fmtestnow.com. fmtestnow.com.
And now, Jim Norton and Sam Roberts return.
And this is what you pick?
The big locker room song for high school football.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
What song? Who's this?
This is Biggie featuring Bone Thugs and Harmony.
I mean, I'm never going to be mad at Bone Thugs, but
it was
just odd choices today.
God, I don't know any of these people.
You don't know Bone Thugs?
I know who Biggie is, of course, but I mean, I don't know Bone Thugs.
Yes, you do.
See you at the Crossroads?
Don't know what that
So
means.
you won't be lonely?
They're from Cleveland.
Oh.
Cypher Sounds is here. Cypher Sounds hosts Laugh Mob's Laugh Tracks. New episodes air Fridays at 11 p.m. over on True TV. It's a great show.
Thank you.
You should definitely check it out. You know, Mike Montone, our guy in there, does, the music and everything.
Yeah.
You're from New York.
Yeah, I'm from New York.
You ever listen to 1010 Wins?
Of course.
You know John Montone?
That's his dad?
What if I told you right now we have John Montone's kid working
His
for
cum
us?
is in that room.
That's crazy.
What if I told you that? Yeah.
His cum is just over there walking around, touching shit.
And
He
what if
shoots quite a load, yeah.
What if I told you that John Montone's son
Yeah.
loves pornography?
Really?
Like, in a crazy way, he knows every porn
Yes.
actress. He loves pornography.
Yeah,
and
I can see that.
he
Who's your
loves-
favorite, Mike?
I've been watching a lot of Abella Danger lately.
I don't know her.
She's an up and comer. The line for her at Exotica was down the hall. Biggest one, probably biggest one in the room. But
Do you?
yeah.
But do you like meat and potatoes porn? Like, is there anything weird you like a fat ass, or do you like titty fuck? Like, what do you?
I was telling the fellas when we did the Exotica breakdown. I prefer lesbian, but I'll veer into MILF or Pog once in a while.
What's Pog?
Fat
Piece
ass,
of garbage. Oh,
fat ass white girl. It's just chicks. It's just white chicks with huge.
How do you spell
thick
that?
asses.
Oh, fog.
No, PAWG.
Oh,
fat.
fat ass white girl.
Nice.
Nice. If you're going to use fat as slang, it's got to be PH. Yeah.
That should be fog.
Yeah.
Well, I think the P stands for the PH.
Yeah, but that's
No,
not
I
how
get it,
that
but it
works.
does, but it's
That's
got to be
misleading.
F-A. It's got to be fog with an F.
That sound has to be made. It's
Yeah.
very misleading, Mike.
Yeah, it's very
That's the industry standard. I'm
All
just a
right, it's
messenger.
not-
Pog.
All right.
By the way, it's so funny.
Fat ass white girl. No, it doesn't work.
All the stuff about Caesar from 90 Day Fiance, there was that weird alternative account he had called like I love vanilla cream or something, where he likes white girls. He's talking about fucking white girls with big fat ass. Like he's
Wait,
a
are we
totally
doing-
different guy.
Where's this information
Are we doing
from?
90 Day Fiance talk?
There's
Oh, yeah.
there's another alternative account. There's a picture of him in Alexis, Texas.
Oh,
they
my
said he
God.
hangs out with porn stars
Are you
years
90
ago.
Day Fiance guy?
Oh, yeah. What's going on with Caesar?
He's well, you saw.
I don't know the news.
Just that there was an alternative Instagram account he had years ago where all he talked about was like fucking white girls with big S's.
He's a sexual guy.
Yeah, he's fine. There's his picture.
That's Caesar.
Yeah.
You see how short his tie was
Calls
in the one
himself
picture?
daddy.
You see how short his tie he was wearing when he was trying to look sexy in a suit? It came up to his nipples.
I love a good short tie.
Oh, yeah, real short.
There, him in Alexis, Texas.
He hangs out with adult actresses. Of
course he does.
He's
Nothing wrong
paying
with
for
that.
that, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe he's doing their nails.
I think he's paying for it.
Maybe he's doing their nails.
He is a nail practitioner.
Guys love Alexis, Texas.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, she's a big fat
I don't know
ass.
any porn star name. I met one porn star. She was trying to hang out, and I was like, "This is probably dangerous, right?"
Who is she?
I forgot. Her
Dangerous how?
for my life and relationship.
Are you saying
Oh,
you
yeah, of
would, you would hang out with a porn star, Jim?
Yeah. Alexis, Texas is a big, fat, lovely rump.
Alexis, Texas. Hello.
Mike, you like her?
Yeah, she's fantastic. Yeah, team. What do they call it? Texas.
Texas. You know what I just
He's got the Montone
realized?
voice, though.
Yeah, I see. He's doing news, weather, and porn updates.
Yes.
Have you ever seen Danny Daniels do adult film work?
I've seen it. She's not my favorite. I find her very entertaining when she comes in here, but her porn stuff is never
Very
never
diplomatic. Very diplomatic.
But
Very good.
you've seen her work.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Yeah,
Danny Daniels.
She's a very nice heiny. Well, there's two Danny Daniels.
I just realized this about porn.
What'd you
It
realize?
literally just came to me literally the other day.
Yeah.
What is the point
You jerk
of
off.
the guys having the big penises? Like, what do we care?
Do you
what
want to
they're
watch an
working with?
action hero who's in terrible shape?
Yeah, I mean, wait. What did I hear in that room?
Rob immediately answered, "It's nice to look at."
That's the wrong
Exactly.
answer. Nice to look at.
Rob likes big penises in toothbrush commercials.
I want to imagine it's me having sex with that girl.
Well, I think Jim's right. It's like, when we see the movie Skyscraper, for example, somebody who looks like me or you or Jim Norton could just as easily, through the magic of movies, jump from a crane onto a skyscraper. But we pay money to see The Rock do it. The Rock doesn't look like anybody you know in your life.
You want to see a superhero? Do you want to see a guy with a fucking cape flying around rescuing girls who has like small arms and a pot
Right.
belly and a weak chin? No.
The big penis is the superhero of pornography.
It's the fucking cape.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to see a big hard dick fucking pounding a vagina
I
because
don't
it's
think-
fantasy.
I don't think I do.
You want to see a small dick getting sucked?
I want to
Ooh.
think me, not small. Good average size.
Nobody wants an average. Do you want to see a guy with a gut and an average dick?
Okay.
Only if it's POV.
Yeah, I mean, you imagine it's you, but that's part of the fantasy. You imagine that what you're working with could satisfy a woman as well as something that actually satisfies a woman. You know what I mean? Like, that's part of the deal.
I stopped watching. This is gonna sound weird. What am I doing? I have a show coming out.
Go ahead.
I watched that show Unbelievable on Netflix. Have you seen that show?
Yes.
Ooh, rough.
Yes.
Oh, I did see that. Is that with the rape accusation?
Yeah.
Yes, it's with some of the procedural.
I stopped watching rough porn after that. Like really rough. You know what I mean?
Right, because you started to feel things.
Empathize.
You started to feel things.
I always did feel things, but after that, I was like, oh, I'm not gonna type this in anymore.
I like a little rough porn, but I don't like the deep gagging. Like I can't get, like I like a blowjob where a girl maybe is, she's giving a rough blowjob, but where the head is being held and she has whore written on her. It's like, Jesus,
it's too much.
It's a little much.
I like to know that the girl is enjoying it. I mean, this is good.
Yeah.
No, Michael Rappaport,
Hi,
please
Michael.
step up to
Come up.
Come on up.
We're
Join
talking
us.
about pornography.
Yeah, please join us,
and
Michael.
the rough porn.
What'd you just say?
Sight.
See, he knows me. I told you they didn't believe me.
Yeah, but he looked at me when he said
it. What's up, Mike?
How you feeling?
Oh man, fantastic.
They thought I didn't know Sight for Sounds?
He said you knew him.
I said, can I stay? He knows me.
No, you can't stay. I do know you, but I mean, shit, you can't, jump on my shit.
He is jumping in on your time.
I got 20 more minutes on my schedule. I won't talk much.
We had you at 8:30, but you came in at 9.
You did come in late.
Oh, I didn't have that. My schedule said 9.
Well, we were told 8:30, and then you got here at 8:50.
Damn it!
Yeah, it really is bad for the stereotypes.
I usually don't live up to those.
Oh, you did today.
I'm sorry. All right, I'll just listen.
No, you're allowed to contribute as well. Michael Rappaport is here. Welcome, man.
I feel like it's like this is like a part-time part of my life.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Sorry. Sorry, that's my phone. That's okay.
What song is that?
That was Summer Lovin', Summer Madness by Cool in the Game.
Cool in the Game, good song.
Yeah, he's always that's always a risk, because there's different things you do with your phone now where the song just automatically comes on.
Yeah. No, you can't do that.
Like yesterday, I took out. I was in the office and I was wearing in one of the AirPods or something, and I took it out and I pushed a button or whatever, and then Michelle Branch started playing on my phone, which I enjoy, but the guys in the office, they teased me.
Did you ever have something you think is in you, like you think it's in your AirPods, but you realize I'm not hearing this? I was watching the last scene of Malcolm X, the Ozzie Davis eulogy.
Yeah.
Did Brother Malcolm ever smile at you? And I'm like, it's not fucking. My earphones are not connected.
Something's broken.
And
here.
I'm hearing it through the phone, and I'm at the Equinox, and they're like, what's he doing?
Yo, are you at the gym right now watching the last scene of Malcolm X?
I had nerves to see it.
That gets you hot. That gets you, puts you over the top.
Just wanted to see it. Like I had a weird thought of it. Ozzie Davis. I just wanted to hear it.
In between pull-up sets, he just watches Ozzie Davis and
some
Malcolm
people
X.
like watch Rocky and he watches the last scene of.
But isn't it weird that you could just think of like you want to see a moment in a movie
crazy.
and just go and grab it?
Crazy.
Yeah,
crazy.
That all the content is just right there.
It's
for
right
you.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now if you can only figure out how your headphones work.
Now if I can only just hear it privately and not annoy everybody else at the table.
Yeah, what you should be looking up is how to make your headphones work.
I didn't realize that it wasn't connected. Fucking AirPods.
Well, have you ever had those embarrassing moments, Michael Rappaport? Do you feel like, or do you not, or do you kind of represent yourself as the person you are, meaning, your headphones are not going to turn off and some music's going to be playing that people wouldn't expect?
Most of the time, especially in headphones, there's just music that you would probably expect.
What you would expect.
For me. Except for like when I'm on like a lot of traveling and it is I like classical music.
Classical?
Really?
Yeah.
I can't
Because
stand
like
classical
Mozart,
music.
Beethoven.
Very specific. My father loves classical music, so I'm shockingly familiar with it. Like he's like a encyclopedia of it. So
does he ever like Beethoven?
But I like it. It's got to be calm. It's got to be calm. Like so, when I'm traveling, it's like very
mellows you
soothing,
out. Yeah,
chills me out.
Yeah.
Like on planes and shit, and airports.
Did you as a kid have to was it on in the house? Did they make you listen to it while you ate dinner?
No, they didn't make me listen to it. But he would play it in his room. Like it wasn't like a communal situation growing up where I grew. My family, like we all kind of went in our cages.
Right.
You know what I mean? But so he listened to it in his room. But my father also introduced me to all the music that I love because he worked at a radio station in New York, WKTU Disco 92.
I just mentioned that.
Yeah, we did.
They tried to give me a job recently. That's so crazy.
KTU?
Yeah, your dad worked there?
He was the program manager that had them go from mellow rock to disco, 78, 79, and he brought, and that's how I got exposed to all the hip hop early.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Early. I was 9. He brought home a promotional copy of the Sugar Hill Gang's Rappers Delight. I probably heard the shit before you, Syph.
You're way older.
No, I'm fucking not, man. No, I'm fucking not older than you.
I like that it gets competitive immediately.
Yeah.
Like, I heard it before you. I'm actually a bigger fan than you, too. So do you listen to classical music like the whole flight? Because I'll sit there, right, and I'll go, oh, I can appreciate this. But then within 2 minutes, I'm like, okay, I got to turn this off and do something real.
You got to have the right kind. You got to have the right, like, I don't like the, I don't like, hectic. I like the soothing. If it's like, like, it's right kind, I really enjoy.
You want dentist music, not Clockwork Orange theme.
The dentist, the right kind. Like, there's a tone to it. Sure. It's very rhythmic, but chill. I don't like the Clockwork Orange shit.
Not Kubrickian.
Yeah, not like dun dun dun.
No. Not on a plane. No.
Do you do other stuff when you're on the plane? Like, do you get your laptop out, or do you try to sleep?
I'm like, when that motherfucker, especially I'm flying tomorrow, New York to LA.
Mm-hmm.
When that motherfucker takes off, I put that motherfucking seat all the way down, and I'm trying to go to sleep.
Can you sleep on a plane?
Yeah, I can't.
Me neither. Ever.
Business,
but you know why?
Business or first, I'm good. I have to be able to recline because I'm too big to sleep in the seat. But
you know why Jim can't sleep? Because I've traveled with him before, and I'll look at his phone while he's trying to sleep, and I swear to God, and this is how I know it's not ironic when he brings up what his musical tastes are. You know what he was listening to while he was trying to sleep?
What?
Sean Paul.
Oh yeah, he loves Sean Paul.
He loves Sean Paul.
That's not going to put you to sleep.
No, I do enjoy that.
He loves Duddy Rock.
Big Sean Paul guy.
You are.
But I can't sleep no matter what I do on the plane. I just can't do it.
Me neither. But is your body tired and it's like trying to sleep? That's the torture.
My legs feel weird. I have weird legs on the plane. My legs get like achy and tired. It just stinks.
And you're afraid of
heights,
turbulence now.
Yeah.
All of a sudden.
For years I was fine. Now I have to sit in the window so I can make sure the wing is okay. Fucking
make
asshole.
sure it's not falling off.
Dude, I'm crazy.
Did you never went through fear of flying or anything like that?
No, I'm pretty good. I mean, I'm not with the turbulence. I'm a pretty good flyer. Like, I could sleep if I'm comfortable, and like I got my system down, and I'm like, I want to shut. Like, I'm already thinking about flying tomorrow. The amount of sleep I'm going to get on the plane.
Oh, it must be so great.
Yeah.
Because I have to count that as just awake time. Like, no matter how I slept on the way to Australia, but yeah, most times I'm wide.
But even like a lot of times I do the red eye from LA to New York, and I'm miserable because I'm tired, but I can't sleep.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm getting rest.
Even in like first or business with the recliner.
I'm only in first or business lately. Come on now.
Whoa.
This is crazy.
Whoa, I had no idea.
I'm not
Shit on
bragging.
the fans. Like the fans are like, yo, like you're pissing on them.
I got excited about Economy Plus still.
I'm no way shitting on the fans. I'm just telling you. I'm telling you fans, when you ride up front, it's hard to go back, man.
Here's what you're telling fans is that if they see you on a plane, they're going to be walking past you to their seat.
Absolutely. And I'll say this to fans. I used to see them go back through the curtain, and I would say, where are those people going? I didn't know there was a back.
Yeah, one time I was on a plane with Rich Voss, and we were sitting at the waiting area together.
Which was Leonard Skinner was on it.
But we get on the plane, and I sit down in first, and he keeps walking back, and he goes, "What the fuck? What the fuck?"
What's better than what? We were on our way to Cleveland to do a traveling virus show in like 2007. And I was in first, and Opie and Anthony were first. And fucking everyone else got upgraded. Patrice got upgraded. I think Kenny got upgraded. The only person left stuck in coach was Bob Kelly. It was so great. Everyone was in first except for Bob Kelly.
That's funny.
Everyone got upgraded.
I once had to walk past Jim in first class because I think my wife was traveling with us.
That's right.
And Jim and I, Sirius was flying us first class.
Yeah.
And my wife had a coach ticket. I don't even remember what she was doing out there. So
my wife would be like, hell no.
Well, so I go like, Jess, you go sit up. I think she was pregnant at the time, right?
You put your fucking pregnant wife in coach?
No, I put her in first. And I said,
first.
I said, yeah, you take my first class seat. And I was like, Jim, Jess will sit up in first class. And I just looked at Jim. It's like, says, what's he going to do here? And Jim's like, okay, she'll ship by me then. I was like,
Yeah,
all right.
Jess
then
is a
I'll-
delightful person. I was happy to chat.
I just walked by both of you.
I was happy to have a friend. You got plain cuckolded.
Yeah, I did. I did. You were the bull.
I don't want my fans to think I'm all hootsy footsy.
They already think that.
You said you
alienated
I get on last, so they don't have to see me when they walk by.
Oh, really? I'm the first one on the plane.
Well, because you know there's overhead space waiting for you because you're in first.
It's always, well, I usually don't do carry on.
Never.
What?
I pack a lot.
I'll do carry on for a 10-day trip.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, me too.
I never.
How do you do it?
I made
your
my
clothes
wife
are smaller, maybe.
When my wife and I went on our honeymoon for 10 days in Hawaii, I made her pack everything into a carry-on.
Really?
Yes.
My wife's not having that shit.
She won't.
Well, carry on, right?
She ain't doing no carry on for a real trip.
No, for a real trip, you take your luggage.
How many ruined his wife's honeymoon?
I did. Carry on. Carry on.
So if you're going for 2 days to LA, you'll fucking you'll check a bag and wait in
LA?
Newark Airport or wait in LAX?
2 days to LA.
No, 2 days, no. Not 2 days. But my problem is I pack a lot of sneakers, and wherever I'm going, I buy a lot of sneakers.
Yeah.
So I need I bring an empty duffel bag in my suitcase to bring shit back.
I've had to mail sneakers home.
Yeah.
I have had to do that.
That's my
But
problem.
I always carry on. I always have two big bags.
How many pairs of shoes you bring in when you carry on?
It depends on how many days I'm there.
But
I have like a carry-on bag that's made to carry shoes. Like I have one of those shoe carry-on bags.
Yeah,
that
but then
can fit
you can
like
only
3 or
bring how
4.
many carry-ons? One, maybe two,
one.
if you play it right.
2 bags, and I make sure I got economy plus, so I get in the economy section first, and then I take up all the overhead room.
Yeah, I like doing
all
that.
of it. I
But how do you bring
they're
two
like,
How many
bags
pairs
in?
of shoes do you bring?
I'm not with the shoe shit.
Yeah,
I
man.
bring one pair of sneakers.
Me too.
I'm out of the shoe game.
I do a gig, I'll go to a wake, same pair of shoes.
Yeah, those fake Yeezys, they go everywhere.
I mean, I guess it's a big thing, this sneaker. I just don't
I'm
give
not
a fuck.
with it. I rock my New Balance. This
Yeah,
is my
black
shit.
shoes fit with
Black
everything.
New Balance.
I'll bring one pair.
Old man Jew shoes. I'm Jewish, by the way. So I'm not alienating my audience. So I'm going to make
Listen,
sure.
if you listen to every hip hop record, the goal is to get to first.
Right.
I'm just
It
following
is.
suit.
Well, the goal is to fly private in hip hop.
Oh yeah, fly private.
Or fake it like Lil Bow Wow did.
Yep.
Yeah.
You just take pictures of it and
But
jump on that
Bow Wow-
commercial
I
flight.
can't. Yo, listen. If something gets fucked up and they tell me I got a middle seat, I don't get on the plane.
That's not happening.
I can't ride a middle seat. I'll
can't.
do coach aisle. I'll do coach aisle. I mean, I'll do it. I do it. I have
No,
to do
you
it.
don't. Look,
Yes,
he's
I
trying
do.
because he heard you.
No.
And now he's trying
Trying
to
to
make
be a
sure
man
he's
of the
I'm
relatable.
going
Yeah.
The thing I noticed lately is to try to get that status on whatever airline.
Yeah,
Right.
you got to do it.
You got to get status.
Yeah.
Because I had a coach seat to Miami tomorrow, and I just looked, and it was upgrade
Upgraded.
confirmed. So I was like, oh,
What airline?
yeah, United, baby, straight out of Newark.
But why would you be status on the plane if you're flying first?
Huh?
I don't know. Why would you need status on the airline?
No, here's the thing, Jim. A lot of people will pay for a ticket in economy
Oh.
and get upgraded to first
No, I
class.
stopped even
didn't-
worrying about that just because I was never getting upgraded anymore. It was driving me nuts.
Right.
Yeah, I never.
You stopped worrying about it because you're a different level.
Late 90s, when I was touring with Dice, like 97, 98, you would call the airline. There was no
right.
automatic upgrades.
Right.
And if you were platinum, you could call 3 days in advance. If you were gold,
Right,
2 days.
right.
And then, so I was usually silver or gold, call the day or two before. And sometimes they'd go, no, nothing available. You just keep calling back until
Yeah.
you got an agent to go, yep.
What a subtle flex. This is Jim's way of saying I haven't sat in coach in 20
Yeah.
years.
Oh no, I'm not saying that. I'm literally contracts will usually fly you for like networks or whatever. They always
Yeah,
fly.
yeah.
And you get a buyout when you do gigs. It's not me just buying it. They pay for it.
Yeah, I do a pair of shoes on average, one for every 2 days or so, which I think is okay.
I wouldn't do
Like
that
if
if I
it-
was fucking fishing in the mud. I would bring a pair of shoes for 2 days.
Do one pair.
One pair for the whole fucking week.
So there's no shoes in your bag. It's just whatever you're wearing.
Unless I have to wear, like, if I was doing if I was doing TV and I had to wear a suit,
Right.
If for whatever, I would bring shoes for that.
Right.
but if I'm
that's-
somewhere for like 5 days, I'll have at least 3 pairs
And
of
that's
sneakers.
carry on.
Jesus.
Carry on,
It's
yeah.
insane.
I can't.
I shove my socks in my
pair
underwear.
Of shoes and carry them.
I then throw them out before I come home.
me too.
Yeah.
I'd rather buy the shoes and then add them
I
in my
shove
bag.
my other luggage in the shoes. So like I shove my underwear and socks and t-shirts and stuff like that inside the
shoes,
shoes.
yeah.
That's
I
good
do
too.
that.
I'm done with this, Jim, as far as the sneakers, the shoes and the sneakers. I rock sneakers when I wear like if I have a suited event.
Oh yeah, me too.
Oh, I won't wear sneakers in a suit.
Many times I will do
And
that.
I know you look like a fucking asshole most of the time.
No.
But I just have to be. If you rock it because you got good sneaker game.
Oh, you saying you wear those sneakers with a suit?
Maybe I'll change it. maybe I'll change it a little bit. But in general, like if I'm wearing a suit, which is already uncomfortable enough, I need my feet.
Yeah.
No, I like
they
my
have to be comfortable.
Yeah.
I like my suits, so I don't like my sneakers to take away.
Nah, I don't like a suit. I don't like to dress up at all. I didn't even wear shoes to my wedding. I don't own a pair of shoes. I don't own.
You don't
the
dress
only
shoes?
time, no.
Do you have fucked up feet?
No, I just don't like shoes.
He just stays fly.
The only time I would wear shoes is if I got like in a movie role and they were like, "Oh, this character wears shoes." That's the only time I would wear shoes.
The character might, not you.
Not me.
Right. A comfortable pair of shoes are
They
okay.
can invite me to the White House. Maybe like in 5 years. But they
Yeah, I mean,
invite
you
me to the
don't
White
want to isolate your audience any further.
And they
I
go,
mean, Jesus, with your elitist shoes
almost-
and
I
first
almost-
class.
He really is.
I almost
this is MAGA Syph.
I almost DJ Trump's inauguration party.
Really?
They asked me.
Were you thinking about doing it?
Of course I would have done it.
Why did
They
you
gonna
do
pay
it?
you big
They
good
vetted
money?
me. Yeah, it was good money, really good money.
Yeah.
And I was doing it as a comic. Like, I can't wait to take these pictures.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to play the worst songs ever and ruin this party.
Yeah.
But they vetted me and they're like, nah, you can't do it.
Yeah,
What was it that they said? Because you were in hip hop or?
I think, because the radio, I was in broadcasting at the time, like the radio, and they didn't.
Wow.
That's so funny.
Yeah,
Who
they
did
asked
it?
me to-
Crazy.
Who did it?
I forget, some no-name DJ, like some corny Vegas kind
Yeah,
of
it's
guy.
probably the bright one, though.
Yeah.
That's probably the smart move.
Yeah.
Wow.
Get like a Dennis Falcone.
I would have
to
did
or
it,
something.
and everybody
Yeah.
was like, "Don't do it." Don't
I would do it.
Yeah,
of
I would
course
do
we
it.
would do it. That selfie
But you
would be
would have played terrible
They definitely
songs.
wouldn't let me.
Yes, I would have been Instagramming the whole thing, playing like Straight Outta Compton at the.
No, you got shot. You were straight out of Compton.
Yeah, if I didn't like the president or whatever, I would do it. I wouldn't care.
Yeah.
Also, like
I wouldn't do it now. I can't stand this.
You don't like Trump?
I know. Maybe now I
Heard
would
on
have done
Twitter.
it.
I can't stand this motherfucker, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
you
rough.
don't like
It's
him.
rough.
Yo, I can't stand this
Wait,
motherfucker.
let me get,
man.
no disrespect to anybody, but
Yes.
here's what I'm thinking.
Yes.
These Republicans, they made a move. They got him in there.
Yeah.
They realized he was an idiot.
Yeah.
But they don't want to admit to us that they made a mistake, so they're doubling down.
Well, how could you?
Like, but
Why
just-
not? Like the thing for me is to forget the policy. Forget the policy. Just the language. Like let's say I came on this show and I'm like, making fun, not in a funny way,
right?
Making fun of who recently passed, so like making
John
fun of
McCain died.
Right, but no, if I'm making fun of a dead person, mocking them, not in a comedy comedian,
Right.
mocking a dead person, talking about grabbing by the pussy, all this, just the way he speaks
I agree.
is not presidential. Forget jobs, this and to me he's like a deranged my cousin Vinny, and his bitch ass son with his fucked up facial hair, like selling his, it's just like the whole like.
For the record, I'm friends with Don. I like Don Jr.
You know
a
Don
lot.
Jr.?
I know him
Tell
well.
him
Yeah, I like him.
suck my fucking dick.
I
Jim,
did.
you
He
don't have to-
objected. I was like, Michael Rappaport would like you to suck his dick. He's like, no, I'm the president's son. No, I don't know.
You know him?
I do. Yeah,
How do
I
you
like
know him?
He used to live upstairs from me, and I'm friends with him. I really like him. Like, I like Don Jr. a lot. I get why I understand why people don't like Trump. I definitely understand that he says a lot of shit that you like. Ugh, what the fuck you doing?
As a president. He's not a comedian.
But I don't.
He's not a radio host.
That's kind of that's the one thing I like about him more than anything is the fact that he upsets everyone with what he says, and to me that's why he won. That's why
I understand why he won.
No,
it's not.
He's not a podcast host.
No.
You think he should be president?
I kind of
He
would
can
like
do
to-
whatever he wants. I don't care. But as president, he's making us look.
He doesn't.
yucky.
Yeah, he doesn't say it right. You're right. He doesn't say it right.
Yeah, but
does
that's
he-
a big deal.
In a way, it is. But does he do anything different? Like, I like the fact that he's pulling our troops out of places. I don't want to be the world's police. He doesn't say it as well as the other guys do. But I like the fact that he's pulling our troops out of places. I don't want our troops over there fucking defending everybody else. There's certain things he's doing that I really agree with.
But all that's bullshit, though, Jim. Like those are all excuses. Like, oh, we're bringing democracy to these countries. No, those soldiers over there guarding
Exactly.
our interests.
Exactly. Or they're forcing a dictator down so we can put another dictator in. I'm tired of the U.S. being over there.
But it's never gonna not. We have to be.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're still in we're still in Korea.
What about the fellas argument that Donald makes us look like fools to the rest of the world?
They didn't, and I loved Obama. They didn't respect Obama. They thought Obama was weak. It doesn't matter what the rest of the world thinks. They hate Vladimir Putin.
But a lot of these people just are glad. This is the reality of it. Not all of them. A lot of people are glad. They don't care about the pussy grabbing. They don't care about the mocking the John McCain. They don't care about the possibility of the Russia. They're just glad that it's not a black man in there. A lot of people are like, he grabs pussies. He does this. He's not black. He lies. He does this. He's not black. That's real truth. A lot of people did not like the fact that a black dude was president, and that's why we're seeing this resurgence.
No, they thought the world ended when Obama became president.
That's true.
And listen, these people.
You don't think that's
people
true?
These people, like, I don't want to generalize this saying the South, but those type of people that voted for Trump in 2008, they finally had enough of every movie mocking them. Oh, you fuck your cousin, you fuck your sister, mocking them and talking shit about them. And then a black man became president. And they were like, we've had enough. And then this is what happened.
And then you got fucking deranged my cousin Vinny in there.
There were people who didn't like Obama, hated him because he was black, sure. Okay. But I think a lot of those same people would have loved Colin Powell. They also loved Clarence Thomas. They probably liked Condoleezza Rice. They would just...
You put that black figure in there, they're going to go...
There's a segment, yeah. But I don't think that was...
It bugs... Listen, we're New Yorkers. Like, you know, some people, they bug out by it. That's why I think you're seeing a resurgence of this open racism, you know, and this resurgence, and I don't blame Trump of it, but this resurgence of people trying to blow up temples, you know, fuck you, leave the country and all that stuff, is because it's like they're making up for lost time of like, yo, this isn't, I don't know, it's like some sort of inferiority complex. And we're comfortable with
Trump
it.
saw that coming and
capitalized.
Capitalized.
You think?
I don't know. I mean, the racial attacks and stuff. I mean, come on, that stuff's been happening.
You don't think
forever.
It's been accelerated?
No. I mean, on who? I mean, is the white guys want to blow up a temple? A white guy goes to buy something in a black neighborhood, gets the shit beat out of him. People always hate each other's guts. Trump didn't divide the country.
I agree with that. He can't blame that.
But you don't think that there's more division now than there has been?
There is.
It feels like there's more division because the press has decided to blame Trump for the division that already existed.
I agree with that divides, though, Jim. That's what I'm saying. That shit talking is good for us. We're not presidents, because some people say, well, you talk shit. I'm not the fucking president. Yeah. Like, if I'm in a business meeting, I'm not going to be talking the way I am. There's a certain way to handle yourself. I mean, I
want to see Corporate Mike.
But Corporate Mike's dope.
Corporate Rappaport?
Yeah, he's dope. I'll have the New Balance on, but I'll wear the suit.
What about poor Jesse Smollett? I mean, the attack that he was forced to deal with.
Man. How about the fact that he, when something like this cartel shooting happens, who addresses that better than Trump? Like, if you want the U.S.'s help to get these monsters off the face, like, I like when he addresses there's a certain quality to that I like.
Okay.
He's definitely not perfect. He's definitely done shit I did not like. I totally didn't agree with. I thought was stupid and shit. But he gets zero credit for anything he does.
He brings it on himself.
In some ways, but the press hates his guts, and they've hated him since his the Mexican speech. They've hated his guts, and they won't even acknowledge. Like, I was talking to a comic last night, and he was saying, and black unemployment is an all-time low. And he
That's
said...
the comic's name?
Yes, which is why he's a Trump supporter, because he's like black. It fits perfect. But no, black unemployment is an all-time low. And then he goes, yeah, but I credit Obama for that because this is the way it is. And then a minute later, we were talking, and he goes, I was heartbroken to learn that when Obama was president, there was more black kids on, or whatever he was saying. And I'm like, you just contradicted.
You can't credit Obama for stuff that's happening now.
Right. Either that or you got to give him the blame for the stuff that's wrong now. Of course,
yeah.
So they won't even give Trump credit for that. And it's like,
he brings it on himself. He's too antagonistic to be, the antagonizing behavior but and the taunting is not not okay.
You'll never say it right for the other side. All of us, like that's Obama, a beautiful moment. He's crying during the Newtown massacre. Yeah. Very genuine moment. They say he's full of shit. He's trying to grab gun. Like, the other side will never give credit to anybody. They just won't. It's our nature. And to look at Trump like he's an anomaly, he's not. He's the most honest version of ourselves we've ever had. He's exactly what we are. He's fucking loud. He's in your face. He's bullying. That's who we are.
But there's time and place for that. That's what he's saying. I like those things about him where you can be that way, but certain times, like what
every day.
If you're having such a problem with the last 3 years with the press, why is there not? Let's have a some kind of meeting that's maybe try to fix some of this.
That's
and
right.
It's like, what press? That fucking hand job, Sean Hannity. That's like his go-to guy. That guy's, talk about a fucking fake news. That guy's a fucking joke, Sean Hannity.
But Sean is more like any of those guys.
But that's his number one. He calls that guy a real press guy. That guy's the biggest he's more of a joke than all them motherfuckers.
Sean is very much an editorializing guy. He's a pundit. And I like Sean a lot too, because he's also one of the only guys that defended Opie and Anthony. Like, Sean was one of the only guys that defended speech, and one of the only guys that came out and defended people's right to be upset and offended. So I kind of look at those guys on who's defending, and he goes, hey, if you don't like what these guys are doing, turn the channel. Like, I like Sean a lot for that.
I don't mean to end it early, but Michael Rappaport, you got other shows asking for you. And we're keeping you overtime.
And I didn't even promote what I came here to promote.
Oh, your show on
season
Netflix.
3.
Atypical season 3.
You know I love Atypical.
Well, we didn't even discuss it. So, Sam, I mean, I have to take that as a disrespect and alienating more of the audience. But no, I appreciate you guys having me back on.
Yeah, anytime, man.
I love Atypical. I'm glad it's back for a 3rd season.
Yes.
On Netflix right now. You can go on Netflix. Atypical is streaming. You can see Michael Rappaport he does a great job as Michael Rappaport, and he's also an actor who portrays other people. He's just he's a lovable dad.
Yeah, I wish you guys were here earlier, like 8 o'clock.
Yeah, we could have this conversation.
Yes.
I appreciate you guys, and I'll talk to you guys soon.
For
and
sure.
Cypher, thank you. I'm going to be over on Nikki's show too at one point. I'm not sure what time you're going on.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And Laugh Mob's Laugh Tracks, there are new episodes airing starting Friday, 11 p.m., True TV, for our pal Cypher Sounds.
Yeah.
Hey, can I come back soon?
You can come back anytime you want.